Alex was marching around the stage.
Meet Steve.
Your best mate, Chris Roberts.
Passing his Atlas operator
Yeah.
certification. This is Edwards. After 36 years of a successful car career, he's ready to retire.
I need to stop calling him Splatty
And
Bollocks.
this is Bob, your everyday hauler. Bob.
Or
doesn't
just
give a
horrible
shit.
names.
Bob is too busy reading a funny post online.
I've just realised I had it in studio mode all that time, so it actually didn't transition. Mop it. Right, let's see if the audio's all working. Your best mate, Chris Roberts.
Passing his Atlas operator.
Yeah,
There we
the
go.
audio is working. Happy days.
I'm so bored. I've just sent a bunch of flowers to my neighbour Steve, saying I still miss you, love Laura.
What?
Can hear his wife kicking off now. It's a video. I've just seen somebody say in chat, "Hi Steve." It reminded me of that video. Some random guy says, "I'm that bored. I fucking when I sent a bunch of flowers to my neighbour Steve's house, saying I miss you, love Laura," and then you just hear this fucking commotion of this couple arguing. He's like, "Sorry, Steve, I was bored."
Amazing.
Anyone pisses me off in this flat, that's what they're getting. They're getting a bunch of flowers of me.
I'm gonna take the stupid hat off. It's a bit too much having that hat when I've got the Captain Birdseye hoodie on.
Oh, it's your SVS day today, isn't it? Is that why you're quite quiet?
My what?
I'm speaking to
Oh.
my. Yeah, man. Let me turn this down. Just by giving me a head up. In 25 minutes. 18 minutes and 56 seconds.
This is when they open the open Citizen Combat, going, "Yep, it's still coming out next year. We've not delayed it again. It's still coming out. We swear this time."
I can see you playing the little drums on your can. Say that again,
Yeah.
sorry Liam, I missed that.
I said this is where they open up Citizen Combat, saying, "It's still coming out. We swear. We're not delaying it again. We promise. Please buy ships."
We'll get to see our dear leader one.
Man, some of these guys are so good at filming videos in this game. It's unreal.
Yeah, insane.
Wow, that was incredible. That was amazing.
Oh, you got donked on.
Gonna get used
Yeah,
to
it's
this whole
coming on,
control thing.
It's coming on after this. It's just a bit, I'm not even interested in the rugby. Yeah, that's why I asked if I need to do it, because I'm fucking dopey out, so I'd forget to push to touch some sort of speak button and start waffling shit, and then you'll never hear me. think they must be cooking something next door. Just keep getting whiffs of fucking nice smells.
He'd go knock on the door and be like, yeah, you got any spare? Can I have some?
I said, I think they're cooking something next door because I keep getting random whiffs of nice smells.
Oh,
There he is.
Oh my god, Ian Watkins is dead.
Ian Watkins.
oh wow.
Yeah, the singer of Lost Prophets. It's Ian Watkins, but everyone calls
Oh,
him
yeah,
Ian Watkins.
Yeah, good. How'd he die?
Sorry I'm late.
No worries.
Just gone live and I'm just gonna switch my scene and introduce you both. Or get you two to do it anyway.
Yeah, someone in prison got hold of him. That's what happens when you diddle kids. Don't diddle kids.
Where's UTB then in the chat?
Hi
I'll just
there.
search for
I'm
you.
Scooter Lee Scooter from the beautiful Brio's Breaker Yard on Damer. Now, some people think Brio's is still a rough and tumble kind of place, but that just ain't true, Bo. Brio's is a safe environment with fun for the whole family, and we don't just sell gently.
Oh, I've seen this video I've seen this video that they're showing now. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
And even weapon swaps. So when you need your next ship upgrade, you come on down and you tell Scooter
Skater,
sent ya.
skater.
Y'all have a good evening.
I can't believe how good half of these bloody things are that people are making. I'm jealous. I wish I could do it.
You can do. It's just learning cinematography and having the fucking patience to do it.
It's not just that though, it's having the people that have the spare time to do it, because I can't film and fly ships at the same time, you know.
Hello.
You're right.
So in today's stream we have Nefido and Fury. If you'd like to both introduce yourself, what you like to do in Star Citizen, and anything else you care to share.
Do you want to go first? Shall I go first?
I'll go first. I'm Nathan, aka Nefido. I like to play Star Citizen, like to be a bit of a space pirate. I like engaging in ship combat and also stealing people's cargo and then selling it on for a profit. I got into Star Citizen back in 2019 when I was able to secure a position as an IT engineer within their department. Yeah, that's me.
Thank you very much for sharing that, Nafid, and Nathan, sorry, and yourself, Fury.
Yeah, basically been following the game since it was announced back when I was in my last year at high school. As soon as I got money, I bought a package, and it's been a slow descent into whaling ever since. Nowadays, you'll find me doing a bit of everything and anything, from piracy to cargo to just milling around a space station and shooting the shit. Yeah.
Brilliant. And what are you hoping for between you both? What are you hoping to see this evening?
Nix.
Perseus.
Nix and Perseus, fair enough. Any other systems?
I don't think they'll reveal much more. I mean, engineering's probably a shoe-in, given that, you know, it's been in the works forever, hasn't it? So.
Yeah, I'd like to think we're going to see a lot more in engineering today. Who knows whether we will or not, but I definitely hope we'll see something along the lines of, as you say, Nix, Perseus, Paladin. I'm hoping the Paladin will be shown today.
Oh, they might show off that Drake one.
Oh, the starter ship, yeah.
No, the one that looks like a giant yellow brick.
Oh, that's the
Oh,
Yeah, the one with guns all over it.
Ironclad.
oh yeah, yeah. They did.
What am
I have a feeling there might be something around the starter salvage ship as well.
I'm tempted to upgrade my C2 to an ironclad just because guns.
Yep.
We do
So
like
in
guns.
fact, I'm gonna have a look at the ironclad's specs actually while we're waiting.
What would you upgrade to the ironclad though? What would you be prepared? Put my teeth in my mouth. What would you be prepared to lose?
I'm kind of hoping it's got a comparable SCU hold to a C2 because that's what I'd move up.
Okay.
Because the C2 is a bit of a swale.
I think it's like 1500 last time I looked at it.
Ooh, it's naughty that.
Yeah, it can either fit in. I think it can either fit in like 1500 with SCU and then up to two Nova tanks.
Jesus.
I could be wrong. I wouldn't mind seeing if they have done the Drake's capital ship and they showed the Kraken. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Right, so
The
you've
one
got
that
two
looks like a big
versions. You've got the
aircraft
ironclad
carrier.
and the ironclad assault.
Yeah, the Ironclad Assault is the one that's mainly for the drop shipping tanks in.
There's like about $90 difference between the two. One's for
That's not
transport
the
and
end
I'm
of the
afraid. Yeah, so I'd probably just get the ironclad. Because the combat version will sacrifice SCU.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, 1536 SCU cargo space.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh
was I
my
wrong?
god.
Calling myself impressed. I mean, even if you just went for the Ironclad anyway, standard, if you did want to do ground assault with it, there's nothing stopping you putting another
That's-
tank in there.
That's funny, they're having a tractor being battled with plushy ships. Right, so the Ironclad
Just
Assault...
seeing-
In fact, the Ironclad Assault still has 500 SCU more than the C2.
Okay. That's a size chunk.
So the C2 caps out at 696 SCU. The Ironclad Assault has 1,152.
Do you think we will see more on base building and crafting?
I'd like
I
to
would
see
like
more
to.
on crafting. I'd like to see more on crafting. They can add that before they add base building easily.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's probably essential to do that.
Well, think of ships like the Galaxy.
Yeah.
The Galaxy's meant to be modular and be able to do stuff like that. So
What are you watching, YouTube or Twitch for Star Citizen?
I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing because they said 4K, but I'm not sure the quality is actually much better than the. I'll stick with YouTube.
God damn, I need that Ironclad in my life now. It just looks like a giant. It is a brick.
I've got that ready to buy back. Thanks for the subscription, Nathan.
You're welcome.
God, you're a mental case, you are, TB, with all these ships you've got ready to buy back.
Oh yeah,
The way
no,
to do it.
YouTube's probably better because I can actually put it in 1440p.
Oh yeah.
You can get a
Where's
better
Twitch?
bit rate on YouTube. They're gonna start the show and my door's gonna go. I fucking guarantee it.
If you ordered.
Myself a kebab, Anna. Fucking nice cheeky kebab.
Oh, nice. Aye.
I'll be like turning my my camera off while I'm not shit. Oh, it's an animation about Lift Boss. That animation's wrong because it implies the lift arrives.
Sorry about that, I'm back. Had the door go.
Back?
I was tempted to say, not now. Deliver tomorrow.
Go away! I'm trying to watch Citizen Con.
I don't want what I've bought.
Go, just leave it by the door and fuck off.
Yeah.
Forming what's 30. Mate, this guy better come bring my food. He better come bring my food soon. I'm getting proper cold with this bloody push to top.
Hmm.
I'm gonna eat his hands off if he comes any later. You taking the piss, mate? Just Eat's just come on and went, oh, it's gonna be with you in 58 minutes. No, it's not. Don't even give me that shit. Because these guys are usually stupid fast.
Do you also stream on Twitch, Leo?
Yeah, I'm alive on both.
Right, I'm just gonna go over to there because I can mute. I can't mute. You can't mute tab anymore. The mute site or mute tab. You can't just mute singular, which is very annoying.
Ooh. 3 minutes left.
I know.
I reckon we're gonna see PTU or tech previews straight after this event. Not like necessarily the same night, but fast-ish.
Oh shit.
Of engineering and Nix. Love these little cartoons.
One day.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I love people putting the effort into these videos. It's not easy to do cartoons either.
Well, now you need to be able to draw.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'm very impressed with that overlay.
Which one's that?
Yours, the one that you built today for this.
I was going to say it's not
Oh, yeah.
mine. I was going to say it's not mine because I don't have one.
If I'd have had enough time, I would have added the effects so that as you speak, your name tag sort of lit up, but
Well, hello,
I
Clint.
didn't have enough time. And especially with someone dropping out, unfortunately. Hello, Clint. With dropping out, obviously I had to do last minute adjustments. I should have anticipated that, but oh well.
Hang on, I'll pop out TB's chat so I can see it while I'm making sure mine doesn't shit the bed. See what gifts our Lord Roberts has for us today.
Yeah.
Oh dear leader. The only thing I've noticed, TB, is your live chat box isn't working or updating.
Oh yeah, I didn't put it in. Silly me. Yeah, that'd be my fault.
You've got 37 seconds to correct it.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's enough time.
You just have to jerry rig it. Oh, here we go.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
This year,
I'm alive.
a turning point in Star Citizen's history. We have finally moved past the question
There
of
he
whether we
is.
can build an architecture to deliver a universe with incredible detail at massive scale, seamlessly, and where thousands of people can all play together. Server meshing has been working pretty much flawlessly at scale for the past 9 months. It has brought a more populated and active verse with up to 700 players online and in the same space at once. It's greatly increased server performance and delivered a much more responsive player experience. I couldn't be prouder of the team. They delivered something no other online game does presently. There may be other games out there that claim large player counts, or even the ability to mesh, but none do it at our detail, scale, and seamlessness. Of course, there will be continued improvements to server meshing and to Star Engine, but having moved past this last big technological hurdle has allowed us to finally focus on quality of life and stability improvements, something that has long been overdue. We're about to deliver our 9th patch in 10 months, with content that has brought Star Citizen storytelling into new and exciting directions. We pushed more than 24 features and more than 2,000 bug fixes. And while there is still a long way to go, the game has gotten more stable, performant, and fun as a result. We see this in player metrics. More of you play every day. The daily average users is up 45% from last year, and your play time is up 15%. So more people venture out into the verse and stay there longer than ever before. And through all that, we've told the dual stories of the Frontier Fighters Assault on Pyro and the moral compromises being made to combat the regen crisis. Now, as those stories come to a rest for the time being, it's time to look forward to the next chapter of Star Citizen, where the instability in Pyro and the callous actions of some pave the way to new adventures, new locations, and new threats. Last year, we announced our next Star Citizen would be Nyx, home to the People's Alliance of Levski and bordering the Vandal threat. Today, we're proud to share that your adventures in Nyx begin not next year,
Come on.
but next month.
Yes!
Star Citizen's third system
Yes!
comes online in Alpha
Yeah,
4.0.
we fucking knew it.
Yeah!
2 new systems in 1 year.
Nyx!
That's only possible because of the
Bloody
tireless
knew
work of our
it.
development
I was
team,
saying for weeks
server
and people
meshing
saying you're
accelerating what's possible,
delirious.
the support teams behind the scenes, and most importantly, all of
Coming
you.
in 5 years.
Now, I do miss that we're not all together under one roof this year, but in many ways, we're more connected than ever. Across the globe, many of you are gathering at watch parties.
We're
9
finally
of
going to
them
get to
with
see
our
the bald
developers
cunt in
attendance,
Levski again.
and countless others springing up in communities everywhere, and all happening simultaneously today. So even if we're separated by oceans and continents, we're bound together by the same passion for space, for discovery, and for this incredible universe we're building together. Whether you're at home or alongside your crew at a watch party, grab a drink, sit back, and let us take you inside our up-and-coming plans for the next year of Star Citizen.
Come on, show us the goods.
I mean, they've already made my day. They've just told us we're getting Nyx.
Yeah. It'll be here by end of year. I'd laugh if they'd said, oh, by the way, it's available now.
That would have been crazy.
But that won't happen. That's what you're thinking.
The thing is, as well, I was watching Foxy do a video on it the other day, right? And the jump gate to Nyx is proper far out in Pyro. So you're only going
Oh,
to be
is
able.
it?
You're only going to get to be able to nix if you've got a ship with
With
massive
the
fuel tanks.
foundational technology
Yeah,
now in
otherwise you're
place,
going to have to
the
stop, and
content
obviously you
development
risk of
the
doing that.
game is no longer restricted,
Like there's
allowing us to
you'll
forge
need a
ahead
ship big enough
with
to make the
building out
journey.
our first
So
5
anyone with a
star
fighter, you're not
systems.
going to nix.
Nyx will see the
She's
massive
Oh,
Levski
yeah,
landing
okay.
zone added back to the verse, while also bringing you one of its most iconic landmarks, the Glacian Belt.
Good old
Here,
Levski.
you'll experience a new combined arms operation.
I'm so happy that
will
I'm going to get
introduce
to see
new
Levski again.
factions and new adventures for you to discover.
Aren't we all?
With this edition of our 3rd star system,
I used to
we're also going
always
to do something
chill around
that's
Levski.
at
It
the
was
heart
my
of the entire
my
Star
go-to
Citizen
spawn.
experience, and that is to build it right in front of you.
I mean, it makes sense
As
that
we've
it
done
should
this
be able to
year,
accelerate
with
because
the
they've got
addition
the
of
jump gate
several
technology,
major
they've got the
locations,
server meshing, so
such as the
planets should
Hathor
come out
facility
quite quick.
or the
Yeah,
Lazarus complex.
the 12 years was
We will
literally
continue
just
to unveil new Nyx content throughout the year.
they
It's
couldn't
a
put
slightly
anything until
different
server
approach
meshing was
to
done.
How we deliver Pyro,
Mhm.
but we feel this gets the content into your hands sooner and shows our intent as we continue our march towards 1.0. I'm so incredibly proud of the work our teams have done and are continuing to do, and we're excited to have you on this next step of our journey. And as with any journey in Star Citizen, that begins with a little story.
In 2025, we introduced 2 major storylines spanning multiple patches, creating a living backbone for adventure across the universe. The first was Pyro Must Burn. It connected Stanton to Pyro and introduced the Frontier Fighters, who are relentless, brutal, and determined to wipe out any threats that cross them. And with this month's release, you'll now take part in the conclusion to that storyline. The second was Science Run Amok, with the Regen Crisis throwing the Empire into chaos, and you all jumping in to help the various corporations respond. Through that journey, we pulled back the curtain on ASD and its shady practices, uncovering long-forgotten Onyx facilities, and met new characters like Dr. Logan Yorit and Detective Arkham Meller of the Hokro Agency. And just like the Pyro Must Burn storyline carried us into a new system, Science Run Amok is now setting the stage for Nyx.
I
The
knew
next step in
I
the larger
knew
story
when they
we're
started
telling
showing off that
on the
Vanderland
road
facility
to
that Nyx was going to be
1.0.
around the corner.
Mhm.
As this new chapter of Star Citizen begins, let's hear
Yeah,
from just
that
a
was the
few of the
biggest
team
giveaway.
members working to bring this next era of our universe to life.
When the Nyx system was first discovered,
I wonder if there'll be different colour
United
themes in the
Empire
wormhole as well.
came out and did
Yeah,
scans
each system
and
has its own
kinda found
skybox.
out that the system wasn't
Mm-hmm.
really worth settling. The planets were too hard to terraform, the resources were too tough to get, so they opened it up. And one company
Oh.
saw opportunity where the UE didn't, QV
Holy
Planet Services.
shit.
And so they expanded
at
into the
that.
system and tried to mine as much as they could, making a very slim margin by the sheer quantity of resources they were pulling out.
The system itself sort of ran its course from sort of a large corporate interest perspective, and then was mostly left abandoned.
Now, this ended up being the ideal situation for the People's Alliance, who were a group of revolutionaries who were trying to overthrow the dictatorship of the Messer regime that was going on in the Empire at the time.
So they went to the Nyx system and established what became known as Levski. They wanted to make it everything that the UEE wasn't at this time.
They set up what they saw as their ideal society, where everyone's voices would be heard, where everyone would be equal. But they've fallen onto hard times. So Nyx today is kind of at an interesting point in its history. Now that the UEE has kind of transformed itself into a democratic society, what is their role? What are the People's Alliance rebelling against? And they still see the Empire as being inherently unfair. They see their role as still trying to create a free and fair society. But on the other hand, they have more problems than ever, and there's new threats lurking around every corner. And they have
Come
to
on,
ask, are
Vandal
they prepared
missions.
to handle
Vandal
that?
missions.
Or do
Finally.
they need to turn to the UE for help?
It's got to be. We're going to come across them.
Well, been that thing about it borders on Vandal space, so there'll be Vandal raiding parties.
Making a star system is you approach it
Defending
from
the
kind
system
two
for some of
angles
the
in a weird way.
group
What is
events.
this system
I'm hoping so.
bringing to the gallery? How does this new system plug into it, and what does it bring to the table from a sort of a flavor experience? We want to make sure that whatever it's bringing to the company is unique and has some flair to it.
So the Nyx system is a remote system.
No, don't fucking crash. All right. Refresh his tab because it's crashed. You bastards.
Frontier-esque thing. It's not lawless like Pyro, it's just kind of out there. Pyro's more like a Mad Max wasteland, and Nyx is more like Silverado or like Deadwood, right? It's kind of like a smaller scope.
The emptiness and the loneliness is the defining factor. You're still going to find gangs, you're still going to find hostile presences, but it's where people go if they want to.
Do you guys
live
think
off
the new
grid.
planetary
The
tech will
People's
be
Alliance
viewable
is the
in
main
Nyx?
peacekeeping force in Nyx.
No, because none of the planets are landable in
unhappy
Nyx.
with the direction that
Right,
the Empire
okay.
was going under the Messers.
All the planets
They
are
got
completely
out. They said,
inhospitable.
We're just going to start from scratch, build our
I
own
missed that
society,
detail.
but build it the way that we think it needs to be built.
They're not perfect. They're just people, but they're doing their best. They want to. They
Lots
wanna
of
help
space
keep
mining them.
Nyx safe
There's
and make
two
it prosper.
planets. One of
They
them's got
are
like a
trying
massively
to do the
toxic
best that they
atmosphere
can, but are
that
faced
no
with
one's
the
ever bothered
realities of
trying to
dealing with
settle it. It
people,
was
which is-
declared unfit for terraforming. And then I don't remember what the deal is
The
with the other one, but I
Power
know
Star
that
is quite a warm
both planets
star.
just aren't settled at all. No one goes
Stanton
in.
Star is quite neutral, and the Nyx is a little bit cooler. The system has its star, and it has this dark, really, really dense gas, sort of nebulous cloud. And it has points of light scattered around it, and those points of light in this gas cloud is really, really hazy. So because Nyx is bordering Vandal space, it was important that we have a gap in the Nyx gas cloud where you could sort of just, in between the clouds, see a piece of the Vandal space. It feels so close that it's even like protruding some red light.
Oh, look at that.
That's
The
amazing.
level designers are using it as an actual visual indicator of where to place more dangerous POIs. So if you point your ship in the direction of it, you should find, as we build it out, that you will be in more
Nice.
and more danger. And I think that's really cool. To give more atmosphere, I was testing out adding some sort of space snowflakes, essentially. So when you look towards the sun, you can sort of see that sort of like sparkle. But then when you look away from the sun, you'll see the reflections and sort of like little glints of light. For the jump points in Nyx, we'll have 2 on this release. We'll have one from Pyro to Nyx and one from Stanton to Nyx. It should be going from Nyx to Castra, but we're essentially bypassing Castra temporarily.
Hey, we want to make sure you can get there any way you want.
No.
Glacian Belt
No.
is
Temporarily?
a huge asteroid belt that is in sort of the middle
You
of
put
the
it
system.
in, and you put it so it's at the
Glacial
ass
Belt
end of
is a
Pyro, where
combination
no
of
one can get it.
a bunch of
Admittedly, it means
technologies
it'll
that we
only be full of
already
whales.
had. Asteroid
But it
fields,
means
we
you're giving
use
people some
planetary
sort of
rings and
progression.
gas clouds, and it's combining them to make something.
They can work their way from
completely new that
Stanton
we've
through to
just not
Pyro
seen
to
before.
Nyx.
It's full of
Or get the credit card out.
resources that are harvested because it's kind of a
Which I wouldn't
tricky
advocate
spot
for.
mining. It's
You know,
not
just play the game.
easiest place to go. But that means that there's still a lot of opportunity for independent miners to go out there.
So the rocks in Nyx.
But I mean, I guess, you know, it
are
is
more sharp,
alpha, so they want to test
sort
it.
of like
so.
icy look,
Oh.
rocky,
Yeah.
cliff-like, very different from those in the Pyro and the Stanton.
One of the big differences too is all of that extra added movement that just adds a little bit of extra flair. It's also a good hiding spot for people who are trying to elude capture, maybe set up ambushes, that type of
Means they won't be able to blockade anyone into Pyro now because they can get
Always
out another
feel
way.
Way more interesting flying in those spaces than just, through empty void.
Another gateway to smuggle shit on from as well.
Lots of places to put new content.
Delamar is a very large asteroid in the Glacian belt that QV Planet Services had built a mining base on that got taken over by the People's Alliance and renamed Levski.
Levski is our
Look
first
at
and
that.
biggest social outpost for Nyx.
That's
It's kind of like
amazing.
the
Now
place where
that's
you
a place
stop
that's
before
built for
you do your
dogfighting.
panning.
Which one of us is going to hit the
So it's kind
rocks
of
first?
San Francisco before you go out to the gold rush.
It's going to be the central hub for trade and hauling and all of the commerce within Nyx and also from Nyx to other systems. But it does have a CD underlayer to it.
Over the years, you're sort of improving the generation method of those asteroids to culminate towards this specific point to make large, explorable location. When you fly towards the Levski, you see this huge gas ring around it, scattered small, mid-sized pieces of the asteroids.
Well, Levski is immediately apparently unique by the fact that it's a facility clamped onto the side of an asteroid. The breathtaking views of looking into the belt instantly gives it a unique charm and flavor.
As you approach, you'll initially see a very dramatic borehole that goes all the way through the asteroid. You'll also see, growing out from there and alongside Levski, there will be landing pads along what I'd call the spine. Lots of industrial pipes and transport systems to bring out the refined mining materials when it was a mining station.
Before, we were using an actual planet, so we had all of the space available to place all of these structures. But now it kind of meant that we had to create an asteroid which has the appropriate size to.
If we took the whole shot of the asteroid, you will see that there is an area to fly underneath. We plan on bringing in Hull C gameplay, so this is
God, that's
exterior,
sick. Wow. That is so
cargo
sick.
elevators. So
Oh my
as a team,
God.
you will be able to load and unload cargo.
There's a lot more movement on the exterior, such as the cargo trains going
Oh,
around
they look
tracks. It's now going to be fully EVA-able. There will be walkways around the main landing zone to walk on using gravity
Nice.
plates, but you can drift off and kind of go wherever you want. They can explore fully the whole place, which is great.
Unlike the majority of
New home,
anarchists
then?
living in Pyro, there are people here.
I think everyone would be making it its home.
It's not a downtrodden or
Yeah.
derelict, dilapidated location. It has a sense of order.
But only where the People's Alliance has people living.
But we've had Levski before, and we've updated it quite substantially to be more in line with the newer features that have been put in since, but also visually, and there's been a lot of quality of life fixes that we've wanted to add. And,
I wonder if it's still got the big elevator.
Bring up to like a good standard for a landing zone.
Gracing the main lobby of Levski.
Oh, there's mine.
large
Yep,
statue
it does.
of Anthony
They've answered my
Tanaka,
question.
Oh,
who
yeah.
was a child worker.
And was being worked to death, all of them were. And Anthony Tanaka just had a break and just said no, and stood up against the foremen, the supervisors, the managers, the guards, and was killed for it. And so he became a sort of a figurehead.
And kind of was one of the linchpin moments in seeing the fall of the Messer regime.
So if you
I
take
like the bits of lore like
elevator up
that
to
in-
the top deck, you'll see the top view and the cargo area as well. So you can go through the cargo shop. You've got your normal kind of cargo needs. You'll have ability to trade. and buy your tractor beam and other gear that you need.
It definitely
So if
looks
you were
like the
to die in
biggest
the
hub
next
for
system,
trading,
then
and especially all
one of the
those
places you might
big,
come up
large
from is the
cargo
hospital
ships.
in Levski, which is called the Mercy Hospital.
So Mercy Hospital is just basically, it's a local med station for all the residents of Levski, anybody traveling through the system. Again, they're trying to provide as good medical help for people as they can.
When you arrive at the HAB's location, you'll be presented with a lobby, elevator bank, and then you will take that transit to the HAB room. So within that room will be pods.
And that's where the original miners would have lived. They're not the nicest, and they're a bit messy, but they're a home for people in Levski. If you head down to the lower view deck, you'll go through into the Grand Barter, which is your main social
Come on,
and
is he still
commercial
there?
area of Levski.
Is he still
This is
there?
where you will see market sellers selling their wares. There will be stalls. There will be kind of more embedded shops.
And that includes things like Corderies, which is your armor shop, and also Conscientious Objects, which is for weapons. There's also one of my favorite places, Cafe Musée, which is where you can go down into some of the more rocky depths and grab yourself a drink, and you never know who you meet down there. If you explore a bit more around the Grand Barter, there's other routes around and little side passages. There's another shop that's away from that area called Teachers.
That's cool.
Teacher's Ship Shop is
Yeah,
basically where
Teachers
you
is
would go
back.
if you were looking to pick up a used ship, buy some ship parts, fix up your old ship, find some new stuff, sell some scrap.
We've closed up Dumpers Depot for Levski, and everything that used to be sold there will now be sold at Teachers. Another new area, as well as the cargo shop that we've added, is the
Used
refinery
ships?
deck for
Oh, that
Levski.
is sick. Yeah,
That's where
Teacher
you
shit
can
shop.
take your processed goods, not just from Levski, but from the rest of the Nyx system.
Oh, you
and
used to be able to
refine
get
and
ships
sell
there a
those
bit
goods
cheaper,
there.
but
Okay.
I
As
guess
a
the
lot of
implication is that
content
they're a
in
bit lower
next
grade or a
coming
bit knackered.
releases for Nyx is going to be mining related. So
Got a
it's
few
super
wings missing.
important that Levski is a really nice hub for mining type of gameplay. So we're really happy to bring Levski back.
absolutely
We're gonna be hunting some miners.
Gone for
I
quite a few
absolutely
years
love
now.
That sounded
I think
wrong.
It really provided a unique environment.
Just
of
that like
it's
shot there, going
run
down.
but the people who live there love it and are working their hardest to make it a great place to live.
This is a location that has a lot of nostalgia for you guys, and we
yes,
don't
it will be
want
Pirate
this just to
Central.
be a release. We
Yes,
do want
you can tell
to
that.
go, wow.
It's not going to be as complete as Pyro was when it first came out, but it's going to be our first iteration, and you're going to be able to see it grow as we work on it.
Like with everything, we're always learning and improving and finding new ways.
I mean, is there anything more Star
Okay.
Citizen than just building the system while the players watch us build it around them?
It's going to add a nice dynamic to Stanton.
I wonder
and
if
be a
that's what they're
much
going to do
more
with all the
calming,
systems now.
style system
They'll
than
get them in
Pyro.
sooner, but they'll just
people
be
that would
less
have
filled
played
at first.
before
I mean,
are
they
gonna
did
love
that with
to see this
Stanton.
come back.
You know,
And
I
people that
remember
haven't seen it before,
back when it was just
it's
Port
gonna be a
Olisar and
great
Fall
new
Comma Race.
location.
This is the first time that
And
I've
that's
done
all it
that
was.
stuff and kind of
Bring
my
my
own
Paul
content to the game. And that's really exciting to me.
Levski coming back into the game is a huge milestone personally for me. So I worked on the original quite some time ago. So seeing it come back and updated and improved and better is fantastic.
They're going to do what they've done with the last event. So the missions we do whilst Levski's being filled out will dictate sort of how the system gets built, I reckon. But throughout the whole
So we've talked
process,
about
instead of
Levski,
just
we've talked
one
about
or two
placing belts.
That's
periods.
what's been
But
that's
you
what's been
probably
data
ask
mined.
yourself,
The
what's
next
the new gameplay
in-game
activity
event
we're gonna
is
be
to
doing?
do with Nyx.
So let's find out.
Welcome
Right.
to Nyx is your first experience in a new space station in a new solar system.
It's a mystery to be solved. There's things for the player to explore and look into. There's going to be some twists and turns, of course, some combat, and if you're lucky enough to survive, maybe some good rewards.
This is basically a continuation of kind of our ASD storyline. So in the closing out what we had called our Science Run Amok storyline, we had revealed that ASD had been procuring sort of very black market illegal stuff in order to conduct their experiments. So this mission is basically going to be continuing on that trail.
So the Navy has learned that illegal tech is being sold in the UAE, and they're hiring Intersect to
There was only a
investigate.
launch update recently. There's another one now,
Solutions
2.92.
is the leading military defense contractor in the UAE. So the Navy contracts with them a lot.
Oh yeah, I got an
for
update this morning.
Why do I
various
feel like
kind
they're
of
going to, at the
military
end of this, go,
operations
oh, by the
that
way,
they handle themselves. We didn't want players to be working directly for the Navy. The Navy just doesn't call up random citizens and ask like, hey, if you're free, can you fly a helicopter? I guess as a player, when you can think about like, oh, where am I going to be doing missions that are capital ship battles or large fleet scale stuff or military operations, that's all going to come from Intersect Defense Solutions.
Oh yeah, look at them bad
Intersect
boys.
has-
Oh,
The source of the illegal tech is in the Nix system and an old abandoned QV Planet Services logistics station that's come back online.
So they want the players to figure out what's going on.
So when you come out of Quantum and you
Planet.
start your approach vector to the objective, you'll be weaving through asteroids, going through the Glacian Belt, and slowly the station will reveal itself. Now this is an old QV logistics station. It's pretty beat up, it's pretty derelict.
Oh,
but
wow.
there's some points of interest that you'll spot as you go through. So the station itself shares
It's fairly
design cues
similar
from
to the
old
Amalgamated
Pan Am stations
station.
found in Pyro.
Yeah, yeah.
This architectural design found its way over to the Nix system as the system was being established. But you'll also see some additional design cues that QV Planetary Services were adding, so it's a nice transition architectural point. It's fairly skeletal in design. You'll see logistics yards and cargo yards, but also facilities pinned inside the asteroid, creating this network of facilities. You'll notice there's a Polaris near the main hub. It's not a normal Polaris. It's damaged, it's broken. It's not a standard corporate Polaris. So at this point, you should be asking
oh, you
yourself,
got aboard it.
who does this belong to? Away from the Polaris, you'll see struts leading to asteroid bases. Now, these asteroid bases are locked, so you don't know exactly what's inside just yet. But all of this comes together to form the playground for the mission to take place. So not only is this facility unabandoned, but it's also
Like a
under
new
attack
executive hammer, is
from
it?
a surprising but familiar foe.
It's going to be Xeno threat, guarantee it.
Vanduul!
Vanduul.
Vanduul!
For the first time in the PU, the Vanduul.
Oh my god, the Vanduul!
Yes.
So the Vanduul are a nomadic, very, very, very violent spacefaring race.
They've been striking out against outposts and such in the Nix system. They don't really know what they want, don't know why they're doing it, but it seems like whoever's running the station is really pissed them off.
Vandal raiding parties have been arriving in the system, and they're unaffiliated to any clan. There's small groups coming in and picking at them. But as time goes on, those raids are getting bigger and more frequent.
They'll be the scythes that you're familiar with, glaives and blades that we all know and hate, and a new craft for the PU, the Vanduul Stinger.
Ooh, look at that bad boy.
Civilians on arrival.
Do you
asking
like
them
that?
for help.
So at this point, you have a choice. You can either bug out, mission over, or join the fight. This will be the first time since the PU launch that you'll be able to fight against Vanduul aggressor ships.
This fight will be intense. The player should be able to deal with them, but they will have to be prepared and they'll have to come back in to fight off this initial wave, and that won't be the end of it.
After you fight off the Vanduul ships,
I'm so
the
happy.
mysterious inhabitants of the station invite you to come on board.
Which Intersect sort of will encourage you to do because it'll help further their investigation
Mm.
against what's happening here, why these QB stations have come back online.
You dock your ship, you board the station, and it turns out the inhabitants here have a real surprise for you.
the player will be immediately ambushed. These guys are not your friends.
Of course, it's not going to be easy because the people that are inhabiting the station are going to fight you every step of the way.
The fight will be challenging, but this definitely will be the warm-up phase of this mission. This will be the players getting a sense of what exactly is going on there, who these new people are. They'll be in unfamiliar armor. They'll be wielding unfamiliar weapons. And we want you to get a sense that you are in a new place, in a new territory, fighting a new faction.
So after you survive this initial ambush, you get back in touch with Intersec, and obviously the question is, who are these people? Why are they attacking? Why are the Vanduul attacking them?
At this point, there's more going on here than anyone thought. The directive from Intersect is to explore the station and collect as much information as you possibly can.
Along the way, you're going to get to explore some new areas.
It's not just the space station. There's the disabled capital ship. There's asteroid bases nearby with obvious installations there.
That was a Vanduul boarding craft.
Vanduul have been attacking. There's a debris field.
Explore the locations in any order you want and try to find out who these people are and why the Vanduul are after them.
You'll find new clues. You'll find ways to solve the puzzle of what's going on at the space station and find out what kind of loot they have for you now that you beat them.
And of course, this is a legally open station, so anything you find is yours to keep and sell, maybe even give to Wicklow. This isn't just a one-time event, this is a permanent...
In other words, you're going to be getting shit for Wicklow from there.
You can go back and repeat this mission and find ways to do it even better, even faster.
There'll be a different story and different flavor. Obviously, we can't have the same thing happen every time. There'll be other missions that Intersec will offer to you based on the evidence that you found.
Now you know the real story, and you can start digging and giving more information to Intersec along the way.
Okay.
They're going to bring back flyable Vanduul ships, though.
I'm excited to bring Vanduul ship combat to SC.
Players in the PU will now get to face down these awesome ships and get
It's
a taste of like we already have it in Arena.
We're finally getting
Commander,
aliens.
where you get to fight the Vanduul swarm.
Yeah,
and being able
13
to do
years
that
in.
PU is going to be, I think, a heck of a lot of fun.
That thing looks mint. I really like that.
That is a beast, isn't it?
I like that. Really do like that.
And adding great content this year. We're also being able to introduce the next star system and introducing the next landscape to tell new stories and add new gameplay beats into the ever-expanding universe.
Yeah, I knew there was
so
gonna...
we'll leave 4.4 there. If you're at one of the watch parties, please raise a toast to the great work that all the teams have been doing this year. And I'll be right back in just a few minutes to look ahead at some of the things coming in 2026.
Hello, everyone!
4.4 will be live in a
And
couple of
welcome
weeks
to the
then.
Voyager Bar in beautiful, scenic Orizon, where the staff of Cloud
Oh shit,
Imperium
that's in
Games
their offices.
Manchester is
Can I just go
gathered
get in my
for
car
their
and go
very
turn
own
up?
Citizen Gondor Watch Party.
Yeah.
It's 20 minutes away, can I
With
just go?
dozens of such events happening at locations around the world, we've gathered today to watch this sneak peek at just a little of what the next year of Star Citizen has in store for everyone. Oh, that was really good, everybody. I'm Jared Huckabee, your host for the festivities, and for the
Got the
show
can
today,
of
let me
Guinness.
tell you, it's not a joke, it's not a gag. Next week, we're hitting our 9th patch in 10 months, and then in November, we're going to finish out the year strong with the long-awaited arrival of the Nyx system. And in case you missed it, because you were chatting with friends, hi. It's not the lawless wasteland of Pyro many folks have been speculating, but an independent system with its own set of rules and laws and multiple ways to get there. It's an exciting time for everyone at Cloud Imperium Games because, as the architects of our persistent universe said at the start of the show, the foundational tech that we've been building for so many years has now unlocked us to bring more to Star Citizen than ever before as we continue our journey towards 1.0. Now, before we continue with the show, let's get a few housekeeping tasks out of the way. First, we're simulcast on YouTube and Twitch. So if you want the keen communities of Twitch or the 4K ultra high resolution of YouTube, you have your choice.
Second, throughout the broadcast today, we want to see and hear what you have to say along the way, and you can tell us on social media by using hashtag CitizenCon. We're especially interested to see any photos from those watch parties that are happening across the globe, and we're going to find some way to bring a few of them into the broadcast later in the program. Third, we've also had a CitizenCon contest going for people to create their very own slice of life in the PU videos, and we played the winning entries during our pre-show countdown. The offerings were super varied. The idea was to work with a team to show the life of a miner or a hauler or a bounty hunter or whatever. But one guy just said, I'm gonna make a video about how awesome I am. And I respect that. So shout out Nocturnal Revenant. I don't remember if you were one of the winners getting an L21 Wolf from Kruger for their efforts, but you won the coveted Disco Lando Complete Narcissist Award. Good job. And to all the winners, I'm sure someone will either be in touch with you about your wolves or they'll just show up on your accounts. I really don't know how that process works. Probably would have been good to find out before the show, huh? He's so afraid. Either way, if you missed the pre-show and are curious if you won, you can check the replay after we're done here today. All right. I just realized that my bosses, Chris and Sandy, are sitting in a movie theater watch party in Switzerland right now. A completely captive audience. So real behind the scenes here. This is especially torturous for Chris right now because he's super excited about the next segment we've got coming up. Aren't you, Chris? And you just sat there right now, forced to watch and listen to anything I say. Do either of you regret that decision so long ago?
Such a tease.
All right, so I've probably pushed my luck enough. Let's get to the next thing. When Nyx arrives next month, it'll have Levski, the Glacium Belt, and the new Welcome to Nyx operation we just discussed. But throughout 2026, we'll also continue to build the star system out with new features and new technologies that will not only set Nyx apart and give it a unique identity from its sibling star systems, but continue to set Star Citizen apart from other video games altogether. Now, at this point, if you're running one of the watch parties, you're going to want to crank your speakers up for some brand new music from the maestro Pedro himself. And let's take a look at
and open the Reddit and see what's being posted.
Has to offer for the Nyx system.
Oh. Ooh, new music.
Ooh. Come on, bring engineering in. They've got an hour and 40 minutes, so I reckon we're going to get a lot more information than we bargained for.
Art inspires the best technology, and through the development of that technology, it pushes us to create even better art. When Genesis comes to the persistent universe starting next year, it will change how you experience every world, and not just in the building of the new planets for the Nyx system. We will also go back through Stanton and Pyro and reimagine them through the lens
shit, new planet tech.
Technology.
I told ya! What did I say?
We'd create slices of biomes,
I mean, it's just a guess,
like
obviously,
deserts or
but-
forests. This approach moved us forwards and got us this far, but solving the scale
It's a perfect
was
opportunity
always
to do it.
And for Star Citizen, we like to do scale on another level.
Just see Liam's face. He looks so happy with it, with everything.
Mate, I love this game. I absolutely love this game, like to an insane degree.
But ultimately,
Look like a kid on Christmas, just
I
all
am.
lit up.
I am.
Our worlds were gorgeous, but to us, they still
Just wish my
sometimes
usual,
felt
like, you know, group of people
interpretations.
can play it.
Now this was a super hard problem, which we needed to solve at the scale for Star Citizen requires. We challenged ourselves to emulate nature in the most believable way, and not just on a planetary scale, but to our level of detail.
Oh shit, this is going to be the new weather system. All that shit. Oh my god.
Yeah,
they showed this
maybe
off
a
last
bit
year.
of destruction
With
environments, maybe?
We've made a complete paradigm shift to how we do things. Biomes are now
Whoa.
created based on the physical
Fuck me.
sets.
Jesus Christ.
With the assets being spawned whenever and wherever the correct criteria is found.
Fuck off.
So when you see a forest or a meadow,
wow.
it's no
I
longer
mean,
because an artist
we knew it looked good,
painstakingly
but
crafted
seeing it
there.
in this way
It's
just
now because it
completely.
simply wants to be there. It fits inside our rules. Genesis
Oh my
also ties
God.
into our other gameplay
That's
systems.
insane.
Our new planets
This-
are built from the information we create.
It
for our
looks
different
beautiful.
skill sets.
Speechless. I'm speechless.
Oh, look at that.
Temperature, soil types.
Oh no, that's a shot.
Erosion data, to name but a few.
Oh my god.
This means you can now tell where to find valuable minerals as the geology looks like it would be suitable for it. Where scree piles exist below sheer cliff faces, and where rocks
wow.
are broken off over time due to erosion. Of course, these new tools still
Oh,
give us
look
the
at that
ability
alien
to
fauna.
direct
That's so
the look and
cool.
feel we
Yeah.
want. The attention to detail from the tallest mountain to the smallest flower is still our core DNA. With Genesis,
Wow.
we can now keep
I wonder if
that
the new lighting.
detail-orientated mindset
I love how they've
as we
named it
focus on the
after the
quality,
Genesis missile system
and
from
it
Star Trek.
provides the quantity.
Very appropriate.
Genesis provides
Oh, yeah.
our planets with the ultimate sense of exploration.
Because if you know anything about Star Trek, the Genesis missile system is a missile that's deployed to a planet to completely take it from a dead planet, a living one with an ecosystem and everything.
Resource to harvest. This is a major part of what exploration is for us. We want that feeling of finding a corner of the universe that you'll fall in love with, and where you want to settle down and build your home.
My wallet is
Now I'm going to hand you over
leaking.
to Will to go deeper into what we built that allows Genesis to realize our vision.
Oh my
As a reminder,
god.
some of the visuals
This
you'll
is
see
my forever
will
game.
evolve
I'm sorry,
and
guys. I'm
change
calling it here. This is my
We've
forever
already,
game.
we've already said that ourselves, don't
Hone
you
in
worry.
on the final look
We've said
for
once this is released, we don't need to play any other game ever.
No.
Because it's got everything that any other game can offer
Thanks, Ian.
already inside
So,
of it.
in case it's not already clear,
I'm
Oh,
already
it's the,
editing now.
it's the
I'm
water
basically
physics
editing.
guy
that are
from last
improving
year's
our
Citizen
ability
Con.
to build worlds, refining those that we've already created, and ultimately expanding our persistent universe to the scale and quality.
I wonder if
that
they'll
we all
mention dynamics
expect. I work
server
on
meshing
Planet
as
Tech,
well in this.
So let's talk about how that's continued to evolve since our presentation last year. And instead of just highlighting some really cool biomes that we can create, let's go ahead and show how all this work applies to the upcoming planets of Nyx. So there are 3 planets in Nyx.
Yeah, they have
Nyx
to make the
3
planets
is
we've
a
got
gas
bigger as well
giant,
for the
and
more
I think
PIs.
Blue? It's not going to surface. I don't really know.
Oh,
Nyx
yeah,
2
that's
is
the
a
one with the
yellow,
ammonia-rich
It's got
atmosphere.
like
Oh,
high
yeah, you
pressure
can see it.
atmosphere, and it's like a very volatile planet with high risk reward gameplay. It's going to have some really interesting biomes for you to discover, but for now, just know it's going to be dangerous because today we're going to focus on what we consider to be the hero planet of this system.
So there is going to be a planet we can go on.
Nyx 1
That's
has
news
got
to me.
a rugged, remote beauty.
I
It's
did
got a
think it'd be
diverse
odd,
set of
but
biomes, from weathered rocky mountain ranges to vast sweeping forests and grasslands.
Oh my
and
god.
damp wetlands
Nah, look at that.
claustrophobic
That's
pestering
insane
swamps.
how good that looks. Look at the swamps and
These
shit.
core biome
Yeah.
concepts give us a fantastic platform to hone our
oh
technology.
my
In
good
some
god.
cases, because the current tech couldn't do them at all, or because we want to completely step up our game for them. So, let's approach this planet in much the same way that you, the player, will, from orbit. The orbit appearance of the planets going forward is far more tied to what is present on the surface. Previously, we had different data that drove the orbital and ground coloring. That's because the orbit was designed to look like vegetation that we'd place on the surface, and the ground coloring was trying to be a mix of soil, rock, and the organic compound coloring that forms the kind of colors there. Now we author much more of the data in a unified way. When you look at Earth, you see blues and greens for ocean and vegetation, brown or yellowy tones for sand.
Time
and
for a
soil.
can, I need
We
this.
wanted to
I can't
keep it
cope
as
with
simple
it.
as that.
It's
The
too much
same
hype.
set of textures and data
Get a
that
can
define
of
the colour
copium.
the soil, sand, and rock on the ground are used
Oh,
to create the
look.
orbital look. We then assess the presence of
Whoa.
vegetation and competition between different
That's crazy.
species on each part of the planet and use that to blend in tones of green, including variations due to species health and the current season. This creates a far more complete image and allows you to identify features, geologies, and potential points of interest all the way from space. Let's go down to the surface and start with something closer to what you're used to, but in a whole new light.
wild.
When we approached the
Yeah, get this out for
surface
Nix
of
first.
we wanted to start by focusing on just
And then
the soil
retrospectively
and
do
rock.
the planet. Oh my
One
god.
of the things
You ain't
that was
driving over that.
previously
You're a
was
bit
simply
ahead of me,
feature
so.
complexity. Looking at our contemporaries, we lacked detail at the ground scale. To combat this, we've added a new layer of data. That
But
layer
Liam,
is
they've
called
added
medium
4K rocks into it and 4K dirt. into
Don't
your
fucking get
favourite
me
game.
started on 4K dirt, you bastard.
4K snow, 4K everything.
These medium tiles don't just create height changes, they also bring in
Fuck you
local
and
erosion
4K
data
dirt.
both for soil and bedrock size values. And this gives us a whole new level of terrain detail, of scale, and allows us to create far more unique locations across the planet. So now that we've nailed the surface, let's have a look at adding some rocks. We've now got two major contributors to the rock content of our planets. Firstly, long desired feature, cliffs. We are
Yes.
adding large scale,
Halo
very
meant
detail to
them.
all our cliffs based on the geology at a given location.
You don't realise how
This
much you
adds
just,
an
you know,
exciting
appreciate
new
shit like
dimension
cliffs
to steep slopes that we
until you've
simply
never
can't
had
Way
reach
to
them.
throw us all off it.
The second
How
is
would
a
to fly
big
through
one
them?
for you ground vehicle enthusiasts.
Mm.
Rocks are now
Oh,
found
that
not
Lars
scattered
looks good
everywhere,
between
like
the cliffs.
spilt popcorn at the
Yeah, it
cinema,
does.
but only in places you'd expect to find them, thanks to a brand new rock scattering algorithm that isn't annoying as hell. Using physical data generated for each large and medium tile, now rock distribution makes sense and has a physical basis. So if you're still crashing into them after this comes out, that's on you. The rock
Whoa,
assets
check that rock
themselves
mineral
have had a
there.
glow up too. We now create rock sets related to a particular geology that look like they originated from the same source.
Like the grass and the weeds, all
ties
like,
into
look
how
how
we
Dude,
defined
it's
that
so
is.
it's so
much more
good.
interesting ways to
It's beautiful, is what it is.
I mean, fuck me, fuck Bloom.
Look at that!
So now that our base terrain rock scattering looks good, let's
They've
add
just
some
created
vegetation
Planet Death
and
Stranding.
explore some additional biomes.
Yeah.
Fuck 4K dirt.
forest
I've got
Oh, I
4K
can't wait to
weeds.
see the proper
full of trees,
forests. Oh,
various grass
yeah.
species, rock formations,
And now they just need to
and they're
fill it
found
with
in all
aliens.
sorts of elevations, like
Yeah.
mountain valleys, open plains, and
Blood
dense meadows.
sport.
And when we start to add a bit of fresh water,
Oh my
we begin
God.
transitioning into more wetland type
This
biomes.
is
We're
the
going to
best
have some
swamp
nice.
in the
yeah.
verse.
And while forests are super cool,
We're going to get some pretty
let's
impressive
focus on the
screenshots.
grasslands and wetlands today.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
100%.
I'm gonna get a new wallpaper.
So, how are we making these look so great?
And they've got,
Jesus
Obviously,
Christ.
they've got
we've had
animals
grass
as well.
before, but never
I
meadows.
was saying
of
that look at it with you
Because until
last
now,
time.
we haven't been able to spawn grass in large enough quantities or effectively represented at distance.
That grass is
So we're
insane.
stepping up our game in terms of spawning.
Oh, the grass
shaping,
does look good now.
That's some fucking good
Hey,
grass
look.
tech.
With
Oh,
we now
good
leverage
grass.
GPUs to create vast quantities of
Oh, I could graze on that. It's so
stored biomes,
detailed. Whoa.
whether it be dense meadows.
But I mean, it looks. I'm
more
looking at a
complex
game, but it
collections of
looks like the
ground cover like you can
Highlands
see
of
in these
Scotland or
wetlands.
something.
Yeah.
It's absolutely madness.
We are also
How
able to fit
beautiful
our
that
grass
is.
tiles to the ground
Oh
by
my God, just
conforming them to the
choked on my
unique
drink.
terrain underneath. Now we can finally cover.
Quick, somebody
complex
superimpose the
terrain shapes
Fellowship
with
running
grass
along
and
these
ground
hills.
cover assets. And as a result,
Yeah,
they are now
yeah, it could be
gravitated
like the
towards
Highlands of
each
Scotland
limb
or
is
fucking
oriented as you'd expect,
Hobbiton
not
in
sticking
the
out like
Shire
before.
in New Zealand.
Mate, I'm building a fucking Teletubby house in this place.
That
Next,
is.
let's take a look at how we light our
God.
grass. Now, as in real
I
life,
hope they improve the
shading of
ground
grass
physics
blade, or
with the
indeed a whole
vehicles.
field of grass is lit very differently.
He's about to talk about the grass now.
We now use a solution that shades meadows of grass far more like fur.
Someone
or
was
hair.
having the
And
best
this,
day
if
at
you
work,
think about it,
making
makes
all these
sense.
videos.
For systems,
Yeah.
a field of grass that's far more like a carpet
Genuinely.
or cloth
He's
than a
like-
flat surface.
Yeah. He's like the Bob Ross of
This
Star
improves
Citizen,
how
isn't he? He's
grass
like,
looks from a near perspective,
we'll put a
as well as
Polaris over
being
here.
used nicely into how
just
we're
have a little
solving
spaceship.
distant
And
representation
then we'll
of
have the
grass.
F8 do a little flyby.
Look
So,
at the
let's
state
talk
of
about the
that
distance
grass.
problem.
I just want to go and lie down in it.
One of our biggest achievements with Genesis is allowing us to build
Is this the
beautiful
texture
biomes
popping
off of
stuff?
flora and geology assets like a building set. Can I say Lego?
No.
Too late. But in the past, this broke down very quickly when objects simply disappeared when viewing the same biome from 10, 20, 100 kilometers away. Because we don't hide planetary transitions and allow you to view complex regions from very large distances, there are almost infinite perspectives from which you can see a location in Star Citizen. So, how can we afford to evaluate
I'm going to have to
complex
upgrade my
spawning
PC from
objects at
64 gig
runtime
to 128.
entire swaths of the planet?
64.
I can already see the expense already.
Virtual terrain, or VT for short.
You know, because when
is
it
how
gets
we now cache
optimized,
and
it's going to
represent our
need that to
terrain
play
at
that
varying
in
scales.
that kind of scale.
This has been the enabler for all of the lovely advances in terrain complexity.
I mean, look
and
at
spawning
this.
we've shown so far. And it's also
The game
how
is
we now
dynamically
evaluate and
resizing
represent
the
vegetation
level of
from
detail
distance.
and the size of the tiles. That's incredible.
When creating the
Imagine a
vector
fucking game
seems
developer
possible
that still
to me.
optimizes
It
their game.
says if vegetation has covered the ground, and if so, what shading should be applied. For all of our biomes, we're now able to use the same shading model for the distant representation as the close-up asset, whether that's our lovely rolling hills, some more dramatic
wow.
rockscapes,
So it's going to look more blend. This is going to seamlessly transition
muddy
better.
wetlands,
Yeah, so the level of detail change will be
Wow.
less jarring.
our festering
Yeah, hopefully a lot less texture popping.
So yeah, we didn't
God,
forget
the
about
swamps. I want to go to
and
a
they're
swamp.
coming to next
I can't
month.
wait to see Planet Tech V5 Art Corp.
The lessons learned and all the technologies we've developed.
Planet
the
Tech,
swamps
They'll
now
come to
V5
Nick's
Art Corp.
first.
existence
Oh yeah,
from
yeah,
the
because we'll have to
planetary
redo
Yeah,
all of
and in
the systems.
retrospective, but
This biome combines all of the elements. from
Crusade will be the
water
one that gets done
interaction,
first.
From water interaction.
That's,
density,
oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Because it's just a big
That's
cloud.
madness.
and I think it creates something really unique.
Oh, what's that in the distance?
oh yeah, well spotted.
Oh, what is that? That looks broken.
Looks mechanical.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that's our update on the Planet Tech
I've just
portion of
got,
Genesis
like,
and how we're using
overwhelmed.
it right now to sculpt the identity of Nyx One. And I hope you're as excited as we are to explore this and everything we haven't shared yet next year.
Chris Roberts must be sitting there checking his bank account right now, seeing all the ship sales just go
Please.
ching, 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 ching,
Now
ching.
inspiring
Yeah.
everyone here to create
Yeah, I
planets.
bet it is now. All the people on the fence are going to be going, what?
We've always
Please, put that in
strived
4.4. Put it in 4.4.
for. And meeting of technology and art that I truly believe will set our worlds apart from anything we've done before. And with that said, let's move on to a little travel between systems, literally.
Oh. Oh, come on now, that's changing now. Ooh.
Until now,
Oh, and the
our
new
mission
quantum
system
traveling.
has been specific to the star system you're in.
I wonder if
Meaning
that
a
ought to be
Stanton
in as
mission
well.
has to take place in the Stanton system, and a Pyro mission has to take place there. We've never been able to link these together.
Oh, nice.
But with the introduction
Oh
of our
shit,
first
they're
star
meshing the mission
Cross.
system.
time for
Yeah.
this to change. And that begins with the introduction of interstellar cargo.
What are you talking about today?
Yes.
System-to-system
Bigger
hauling
cargo
missions.
missions.
Hauling is back.
No one said Holly was gone. He doesn't even play the game?
Nice.
These are exactly what they say on the tin. Missions where you're going to start in, say,
Can
Stanton.
fucking be pirate outside the
So they're
gateway.
taking big
Yes.
volumes of cargo between the stations. So there'll be high volumes of cargo that kind of fulfill the purpose for the Hull C and the other series of Hull ships.
More traffic.
And there'll be a few sort of more direct routes.
So you might pick up some cargo from Ruin Station in Pyro and go through the jump point to Stanton and drop it off there at one of the Elios.
So if you've never sort of experienced,
We're going to be able to advertise ourselves as escorts as well.
require you to.
Yeah.
I'm saying we should. If we get in the Polaris and be like, right, we'll escort you to where you're
They're
going.
no way limited. You can do them in any sort of ship
Thomas.
you want, any size of ship.
Look, just because I'm paying pirates under the table to warrant the need for security
I've got a few ships,
services.
but the Draco is really cute, so.
One thing that we're looking to add with these interstellar missions is scripted combat encounters where you can be attacked by NPC ships. Maybe the mission giver has tipped off some pirates who are looking to get a hold of that cargo.
He's already said
as well
it.
As express missions, which means the deadline timers that you're used to in the regular hauling missions might get really tight, and you've got to learn to be very fast.
Oh
All
shit!
of the
So
love
you're on a
and care
timer
that has
as well.
gone into hauling missions so far. With
A
the
timer and the
logistical
mission
network
giver
and
might
making
have
sure
tipped
they
off
make
some
sense within the
pirates.
themes of the systems. Just as much love has gone into the interstellar missions we're making now.
This game is about to get a hell of a lot more.
At the start of the show, we said we was going to build
I
our
might
Linux
have to buy a
system
ship.
right in front of you after 4.4
I'm buying a
launches next
ship
month.
when I
and why
get
we want
paid.
to keep as much of what we're doing behind closed doors so you can discover it for yourself, in-game and on your own. We still are excited to share with you a brief look at one of our up-and-coming locations we're calling Rockcracker.
Whoa!
That looks fucking mad.
That looks wicked.
Okay, so Rockcracker, Jared, is our internal name.
Rockcracker is where you have to crack a rock. It's a big rock. You want more?
Very descriptive.
So way out into the Kieger Belt, you'll find these old QV breaker stations. That's my door. These were originally industrial facilities breaking apart large asteroids and mining them down. But since they've been mothballed and been left abandoned. So you're going to have to find your way inside and thinking about how do we bring this facility back to life. It's not just about flipping a switch. As you bring these stations back to life, you'll be lighting the beacon and calling attention to these long forgotten places.
One of the main features is the laser head, which will require certain things to get working.
I love these kind of raid mechanics that they add into it. I think they're awesome.
There'll be a variety of options. Whether you're discovering the bowels of the station,
My food finally turned up.
through long forgotten tunnels, or you're going through the main laser entrance. Now, as you're
I'll fill you
traversing
in.
through
More
the
like the
facility,
raid mechanic bosses,
find
like
old
you've got to mine this rock, you've got to go inside the facility and
Now,
learn how to
there
turn it
may be
on.
ways to
Ooh.
bring the facility back to life, kickstart the engines, and bring power to different
That's cool.
parts of the facility. Maybe eventually bringing the laser back online and cracking some rocks.
So your big
The
payday
secondary
then.
gameplay loop is FPS combat.
That's cool.
You're not there by yourself.
There may be squatters and outlaws in these stations trying to stop you from what you want to do.
Oh, these bloody squatters, isn't there? Ooh,
So
what's
you've
that?
found these old facilities, you've brought them back to life. You've systematically brought power to various functions of the facility.
Oh, it's like the one in the
You've activated the laser.
no, the other event, a big laser
You've
thing.
fired the laser. You've broken apart the rock.
Look how
and you'll be
cool
able
that
to
rock
fly your ship
breaking looks
inside
though.
to see what's there.
Oh wow.
Fly your ship inside.
So you fly a ship.
Oh,
into the
that's
map.
cool. Like a little dungeon.
You just get into your ship and fly in and start searching around and trying to find the pieces that you want to mine.
What if you fly a Polaris there, though?
I'm really excited about Rockcracker because it's a sandbox activity. You can kind of go to these whenever you want to.
This content is for players who enjoy mining, who enjoy exploration, investigation.
I wonder if this is going to be a second source of like Karanite and stuff.
Mind a little bit of FPS content while
Must
there.
be. Or
Definitely be something
another kind of ore that's valuable.
New experience.
I'm
compared to
hoping we
any
see
other
the new
asteroids,
UI
because
as
this
well.
one, Kanan and mine will crack open and show its secret.
And one presumes you can make a decent amount of scratch on an asteroid that's big enough you fly your spaceship into it.
It wouldn't be worth doing if you couldn't make a good amount of coin. Yeah.
making promises for the econ team.
Yeah. They've got to balance it.
It's for people who want a lot of minerals. When crafting comes in, when all the other mechanics and features that we want in the game for 1.0 come in, it will be a place where like an organization or a group of like 5-6 people could come and just get a monumental amount of minerals.
Nice.
So that's a look at some of what's coming over the next 12 months. In addition to what we've shown, there'll be new mission packs tailored to the People's Alliance and their struggles. There'll be events that invest you into the evolving storyline of all 3 systems we'll have in the game. And of course, when we begin populating these with new planets, there'll be a whole host of ground-based POIs, settlements, and structures inhabited by those trying to make their way in the verse. And all of this in service of building star systems that complement the massive corporate yard of Stanton, the lawless ganking of Pyro, and now the new frontier of discovery for the Nyx system. Should I say ganking?
You already did.
Good job, everyone. So yeah, a whole lot to take in.
Can be a sore subject for
Interstellar
many.
hauling is the beginning of a massive expansion to the mission system that'll let us connect these 3-star systems like never before.
So sick.
We've still got an hour, lads.
Rockcracker is just one of the next operations that'll be coming to the Nyx system in the first half of next year, where you're gonna fly into an asteroid and do that thing that miners love more than anything else. Complain about PvPers getting in the way. No, I'm being told it's mining. It's mining. And of course, one of the most anticipated features coming to Star Citizen, Genesis, and what that means for the planets of Star Citizen.
It's so
including
true.
The ones already in there. So let's talk to Will Hain and find out more. And I'm just remembering that Will Hain is in France at the watch party. Okay, France.
Okay.
Ask Slarty Bartfast over there how they're going to use Genesis to update the planets and moons of Stanton and get back to me, all right? And see if we can get some fjords. What else we got? The Citizen on Digital Goodies Pack. That's a hard thing to say. That went up for sale a couple weeks ago and has a whole bunch of mysterious items in it. And that's where I can tell you now that almost all of them are tied to the Nyx system in one way or another. So let's find out what's actually in there. There's a gunship flight suit and helmet. 2 armor sets from that mysterious faction causing a ruckus with the Vanduul, and an Intersect BDU sweater and outfit, a couple of crazy weapons that I'm certain we're going to learn about in just a few minutes, some slick Levski swag.
Oh my god, you can get an Andy Serkis plushie.
Long-awaited edition of the Vanduul Star Citizen Vanduul knife double plushie, which I swear to love and squeeze and cherish forever. So yeah, it's a pretty solid haul for this year's Digital Goodies Pack, which you can still pick up right now on the RSI store. So
What's
now,
going on with
let's
the
go
people
ahead and
behind
transition
him?
into our next segment. Much of what you see in the show today
They're probably talking about what they're going to break in the next
A lot of
patch.
people's work.
Yeah.
All right, I had a dream about like this once. Yeah. Okay, so against everyone's better judgment, the thing has finally happened. Can I help you?
How you think the show's going?
Good. We're getting the Nyx star system and the Vanduul are coming.
Kind of been a lot of Nyx, right?
Well, yeah, but it's a major milestone and it deserves a major showcase celebrating everybody's hard work. And
you got more, right?
Well, yeah, there's spaceships coming out.
Cool.
There we go.
Wow, it's like they only scanned the original community portion of me. If pictures
I
steal
really
your
love
soul,
these goofy
imagine what
moments.
face scanning and PCAP does.
All right, it's a big goof.
This has been super cringe. So I'm
Nothing like a bit of cheese.
Bye.
Oh, regular Citizen Con is still better. You should have done that.
Of course. Thank you. Part of me that isn't a soulless marketing puppet.
Marketing is using you, Liam. Smarketing.
What the hell?
Let's just go to some spaceships, shall we?
What's that puppet in the background?
Here we go. What ship?
It's a puppet of Jared.
Where we're going to talk about 3 new ships coming to the persistent universe.
What's your bets? Paladin first or?
They'll do the Perseus first because that's been the big one, isn't they? Fucking
I
ship.
think they'll save that for IAE.
Well, they've already shown a load of it off.
The last year has been pretty hectic
True.
in terms of vehicle deliveries. I think we've delivered the most we've ever done.
I'll say
in
the
a
best to
12-month
last.
period.
Maybe if it is
And
the
we've covered
Perseus,
all
it'll
way
be the
from
last
tiny
one.
little snubs all the way up to capital ships. We've kind of filled
Starter
out a few
scavenger.
little gaps.
But,
We've introduced
He
some new
mentioned
ships
capital
by some
ships
old
and that.
manufacturers.
You had the
I reckon it'd be a starter.
Oh, my babe.
Enjoy playing with
Salvager.
that. We
snuck the Idris in
nice.
without none of you expecting it for a while, and it's been a busy year. It's nice to start to visit some of the older catalogue and some of the bigger ships again.
I think my favourite ship from the last year is a tie between the Wolf and the Golem.
Favourite ship in the last year? Probably the Wolf.
I feel like it's the obvious one. I'm trying to think of something else, but I really like the Wolf.
Finn on it.
You're not Finn.
The Wolf's everyone's favourite.
Not a fan of the
Wolf's
Finn.
obviously a return of Kruger, a completely new aesthetic to the game.
The Wolf was, it was kind of everything we set it out to be.
Wolf's a nice ship.
An old manufacturer.
Yeah, no, he just doesn't like the Finn.
So, yeah, I'm going to say the Wolf.
No.
The Golem
They'll
I think,
adjust
is just
that.
an incredibly well-formed ship in such a small package. It really just shows off that Drake aesthetic.
I think we're going to have the starter salvager, just like the Golem.
I honestly do really like
Hermione.
the Zeus. I think it came out really well. It's kind of hard to pin down a favourite, to be honest, because we've released, a lot of really cool ships.
Next year, we've got some super exciting
Would
ships
you ever
coming
like
up.
to see?
We're ticking off a few big
hang on
ones,
1 second.
which is good. We're going to see, again, maybe some ships from some manufacturers that don't have that many in their lineup. There's a few big challenging ones starting, so they're good. A breadth of ships, should we say.
The 3 new ships we're going to introduce today all tie in some way to the primary factions fighting over the Nyx system. We'll start with the People's Alliance and Anvil Aerospace.
Oh, I love me an Anvil ship.
Anvil is a very military-based.
Nice.
It's been a brand.
You're
that's
about
in Star
6,
Citizen
7
for a
seconds
long
ahead of me.
time, fighting for lots of military contracts and lore, often up against Aegis, and to the point it actually beat Aegis in the past. You will be familiar with a lot of their ships' designs, such as the Hornet and Lightning. Earlier this year, we introduced the Anvil Asgard, based on the Valkyrie chassis, which is an extremely popular offering. And this year, we're bringing the concept ship we introduced last year, the Anvil Paladin, to life.
There you go, there's your Paladin.
The Paladin is a gunship from Anvil Aerospace, designed to support ground operations.
The gunship is a ship that's designed to stay in a sustained firefight while dealing a lot of damage, also taking damage.
We don't have a lot of gunships in the game. They're true dedicated gunships.
Jesus Christ,
they
look at
are
that.
quite a tricky archetype to
Can I bomb it?
without being too it's
What's this? Is this Probably. The Hammerhead? Is that what this is?
But very low
No, it's the Paladin.
It's multi-crew.
Yeah, so is this Anvil's answer to the Hammerhead?
No, because Anvil makes the Hammerhead.
Lots of armor, lots of guns.
Oh right, I thought it was Aegis.
Big guns.
Oh no, it is, yeah.
It's got
It is,
a
sorry,
very
yeah.
similar squat kind of form to the Valkyrie. It kind of reminds me of, I guess, like a pit bull. Obviously a very menacing silhouette.
It looks quite.
The size of them
weighted
guns
in
on
its
top of
stance.
it there.
It feels like it's coming towards you, even when it's just sat still. And I think that's something that helps with it feeling intimidating.
If we swing round, following the ship round.
Oh, the armor looks good.
What you'll then see is the first of the side.
I want to
turrets.
know what the size of them guns are on the fucking top of its head.
Notice the canopy.
I'm sure
you'll
they'll
see there's
share.
a fairly thick space between where the glass is and the hull exterior. That's because it has deployable armor, which can come out and give you a little bit more cover while you're actually attacking the target head on.
It's got these really nice kind of dual connected wings with the turrets out on the sides, just to try and give as much kind of range for those turrets as we can get.
Which is controlled by one of the 2 remote stations underneath the bridge. If we come around to the rear, you'll see a rail. Now that rail mounts the main turret of the ship, which is controlled by the co-pilot.
So you've got full
Sick.
360 coverage underneath, full 360 coverage on top with it. And then the side turrets also have 360 coverage.
I fucking love
all the way
that.
Around and 180.
You can immediately,
really
yeah,
between
you
the
could tuck the
turret
turret under
pretty much
and just have them
360
just
coverage in all
fucking
directions.
gun on people while you buck it.
One of the unique things about the Paladin is all the turrets are remote and all the crew are located in this one central 2-story room.
A lot of our other gunships, the crew gets scattered across the ship, but with the Paladin, you're all sat together with a nice, cool experience, so you can really feel like you're playing as a group.
You've got the pilot, co-pilot up top, and you've got the gunners underneath, and I think that helps with the intention of what the ship does, because you've got this really nice kind of like gunner viewpoint down, kind of giving this lower coverage.
We added a glass floor just to keep the 2 connected. I think that really helps with the feeling that you're all working together and communicating.
That said, if you don't have
That
the
ship
ability
does
to
look
fully
awesome.
crew a Paladin, you can still fly it and engage in combat solo.
Obviously not as good as if you have a full crew, but you can't always guarantee your friends are going to be online.
As a solo ship, It's pretty capable of doing a variety of missions within Star Citizen. So if you want to run this ship solo, you can take on combat missions that, say, other heavy fighters like the Scorpius or other ships such as the Drake.
I love the armor rack.
The fact that you can also use this solo is
you
pretty
enter
good.
into this sort of armory ready room area. You have a variety of suit lockers and weapon racks in this room.
Everything's very militaristic,
That's nice.
stripped back, simple.
Oh.
It's a very functional space, but you'll find everything.
This is a well-equipped
One
ship.
of the improvements from the original concept is we've added a small dedicated cargo bay area, allowing you to store actual SCU crates. Forward of that is the route to the lower gunners, and then upstairs you have the bridge area, and then off that central area you have the dual living quarters, one on the left, one on the right, and then at the rear you have the main sort of engineering area where the majority of the components are. Also within the upper traversal area you also have a little breakout area with seating, food machine, toilets, etc.
That's going to be
I think it's a
flyable in
very
2
cool
weeks,
ship.
definitely.
I think we did a really nice job of taking what was there in the concept and adding an extra level of detail and trying to kind of push things forward.
I think it hits the nail in terms of a really solid military ship. It's really complementary to some of the other ships in the Anvil lineup. So something like the Valkyrie, we've got this big drop ship. You know, the Paladin's there just to make sure it's safe, make sure no one messes with you, and just basically scare people away.
The thing I like most, I think, about the Paladin is that it's very clearly got a crew of 4, and they all kind of work and operate under the same conditions. You know, the pilot, co-pilot, and the 2 gunners, they're basically all equal on the ship. There's one toilet, everyone's got the same style of bunk. When they're at work, everyone's at the front of the ship together.
It's really odd to me that you called out, you like that there's one toilet for 4 people.
You all work together. You're all equal at work. You're
toilet seat never gets cold.
Toilet seat never gets cold. Yeah.
So that's the Anvil Paladin.
Looks like a new
Whilst originally
Asperia.
a military-built craft, it's the perfect ship for folks on the frontier trying to defend against threats. And talking of threats, let's move to our next ship, a replica from Asperia.
Oh, you're ahead of me now.
Yeah, I'll switch to Twitch.
Asperia are a high-end manufacturer. They specialize in recreating
it's the Stinger.
exotic and particularly alien spacecraft.
Effectively what they're doing is they're remanufacturing them, making them a little bit more suitable for kind of human flight. And the latest offering from Asperia is the Vandal Stinger.
Way! Nathan, you can get that bad boy Vandal shit.
Scary space aliens.
Yeah, that's what. Is that the one that I wanted? Yeah, that's
that
that looks meant that.
take over, steal technology, absorb it, fuse it all together into their own needs.
They are the
This might be getting
relatively
bought.
nasty aliens that you sometimes hear
Oh,
about. And
man,
haven't
the
seen
sound
much
of that
yet.
shooting.
They also make really cool spaceships.
The Stinger as a Vandal heavy fighter was reserved for their higher tier sort of ace pilots or high-ranking members within their clans.
Wow.
That is beast.
The UI on it and
So to
everything
something like the
fucking
FA,
looks meant
or
that.
I guess the Scorpius.
It packs a lot of firepower in quite a large frame, so it's a
That's a
very,
fucking
very
animal,
tanky,
that. Very tanky
spacecraft. The firepower is almost unrivaled in terms of just both the number and the size of them. So it's there for players who
Oh,
don't
good.
want
No more
agility,
bespoke
they don't wanna be
weapons.
in and out quickly. They want to be there brawling.
At least on this ship.
Oh my god.
And taking all the hits.
The MFD on that Vandal ship looks amazing.
One thing Asperia have done
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the Stinger
does.
is they have done away with the majority of the bespoke weapons.
They heard everyone's complaints about the glaive and blade and have stripped off the original Vandal weapons to allow customization for standard human weapons.
With the exception of the single-size 5 gun.
Because it was too well integrated into the hull, even for Asperia to remove.
All the additional weapons are generic mounts, so they can be swapped with any of the existing lineup that we have in the game. By doing this, provides greater flexibility
Oh,
to the
you
end
could
user,
bang.
and this is
Oh,
something
mate,
Asperia
you could
wanted
keep
for the
on them
civilian market.
fucking.
For that one bespoke weapon, the size 5 plasma cannon, functionally it is the same as the existing size 5 plasma cannons on the Scythe and Glaive, but it is a sort of
Keep
Gen
that
2
on
model.
and bang on some Gatling
In a
guns.
different aesthetic
Yeah.
compared to those models. You'll see they're very much older Vandal styling. This is much newer Vandal styling, but underneath it is the same weapon that people have used for years.
Our
Looks
job
like
is
it's got
to
an
interact
interior to
on the
walk in as
PU,
well.
is to take the Stinger from the squadron team and prepare.
I think
for
you're
it
ahead
from
of
the
me.
PU. We took an
I've not
opportunity
seen
to
it, but
take,
yeah, maybe.
this really well-established art style and add extra details where needed.
Just looking through the window, looks like you could see quite far back in. Means nothing technically, but
wings, and then underneath this real kind of organic structure
I do,
that
Ollie.
kind of webs all of the ship together. It connects the thrusters in, it connects all the kind of underside of the vehicle, and pulls the whole ship together.
You can tell it's very different from the Vandal ships that.
Would you like to know more?
If you take, for example, the way the cockpits are constructed.
Up at the front, we've got this big kind of bubble dome that gives the cockpit quite a unique shape compared to some of our other ships, and also gives the pilot a unique position within the ship and kind of gives great visibility out the front.
Yeah, I can see that the chair moves on a rail.
It's like something out of Doom.
Obviously being alien in nature.
You're going through a ramp at the rear, and it leads
Oh,
you
look
kind
at
of
that.
straight up into the belly of the ship.
That's cool.
Look at that.
That's amazing.
Organic detail, rib cages.
Oh, cheers for the follow, Clint.
Yeah.
Strange alien forms.
On
Look
entry
at the
of the
rib,
cockpit, the seat
yeah.
comes towards you, and you
Oh,
kind of
wow.
pull the back of it a
It's
bit,
ribbed.
like a motorbike.
Yeah.
For his pleasure.
Riding
This
into
is
the
bit of me. The Vandal Jorex, let's go.
Into the traditional prone flying pose that Vandal pilots use.
Yeah, this is a bit of me.
I'm very happy with this thing. I think the team done a really good job of making something that feels different, it feels alien, but it suits our lineup of ships and it suits our universe.
I think the guys did a really good job of
Moment of truth.
respecting the direction and vision from the original Stinger and Vandal ships and Squadron.
Start a
Tried to take
Salvager
lot of
or
inspiration
Perseus.
from movies and other science fiction material, but I think it sits well within the Star Citizen.
Well, you're ahead of us, so don't
So we
ruin
have
it.
the Paladin
No.
for
Hello.
the People's Alliance. We have the Stinger for people that really like Vandal and want to try and pretend to be them. But what about the other mysterious faction we have running around?
How do selfie?
So Gray Chowdhury got to start.
What reminds you of a film, Clint? Oh, the follow thing.
He started
That's
with
because it's Starship
multiple
Troopers,
stuff
mate.
Other people couldn't. Items that necessarily you couldn't find on a store shelf, but you wanted anyway.
I think Gray is interested in, happy customers. Gray just sees themselves as a conduit to get these things in the hands of people who would appreciate them.
And I think that his latest offering is really going to turn some heads.
I've got my camera off at the minute because I'm stuck in my face.
Interesting.
So the Shiv.
Ooh, what the fuck is this? It looks like a
I don't really
cutlass.
know what it is, to be fair.
It's what happens when someone
Cutlass has
who
had a
is
child with something
genius
else.
at aeronautics and ship assembly is given free rein to do whatever.
It does
they
look
want.
like a fucked up
It's
cutlass.
Yeah.
the best of whatever they
That
can
front
find lying
specifically.
around, put together
Someone's
to
just
make
fucking cut
something
half the cutlass off, haven't they?
Unique, wonderful, arguably.
I'd laugh if they said, "Oh, this is
and
new
just
cut."
released out into the
Yeah, are you
universe.
sufficiently sauced up then, Sophie?
At first glance at the exterior of the Shiv, I think most people.
It is, look, it's a cutlass. They've just strapped a couple of, they've just duct taped a couple of fucking engines to the front of it.
Visible there, but it's had quite a few changes to it.
As you look a little bit closer, you'll start to
Top
pick out
turrets which are
elements
now
of other
remote,
ships.
which makes me
You've
see
got,
like
you
it's
know, main
an
thrusters
existing
that are
ship.
from the Valkyrie.
Even the bits that are obviously a cutlass have had panels welded on.
It's a fucking it's a scrap job.
Turret, which is now remote. It's just this hodgepodge amalgamation with multiple.
Well, that's what they're saying, though. It is a hodgepodge.
I
got a kebab love. That's what I did.
Sort of feels cutlass-like, but
Whoa.
then you'll find there's bits of Crusader ships just integrated into the wall instead of what was there originally.
It has lost its side entrance, some of its cargo capacity, but what it's gained is it's gained visually more powerful thrusters. It's gained a really kind of nice set of belly thrusters.
Basically,
upped
it's a
its
flying
fire power.
scrapyard.
As ever,
It's the most Drake ship in the game.
Gray's
Yeah.
Market, you can see that
Like-
Gray cares to
Fuck me, there's a
help
bucket on the floor.
ensure that there's no trip hazards anywhere.
It's the most Drake ship in the game.
Like loose cables, panels are exposed.
Ah, that's not too bad
If you
then, at
look
least we had a good
carefully, you'll
night.
notice there are like tools laying around in the cockpit.
It's gained a toilet.
Moved it down a level.
Bucket.
And fucking bog rolls there,
Well,
and the
for doing something,
buckets.
You need a second one to wash your hands. It's not an animal.
It has very much taken that ethos of Drake and moved it down a level, which I think is.
Might as well
quite
can't be
an
ass cooking.
Just look at this thing. How do you even begin to describe the madness that created this? It's the Shiv.
The Shiv.
I hate how ugly the ship is.
This is something new and different for Star Citizen.
I do. It's disgusting and it is offensive on my eyes. But I know for a fact it's going to be busted.
Gray goes to places and talks to people. I mean, you know,
It might be the new Zero to Hero ship.
These things that, you know, I mean, are they legitimate, you know, manufacturers? No. Are they operating on the right side of the law? Maybe not, but, you know, money's money.
Does Gray have a motto, an ethos to live by?
It probably comes down to, don't ask where I got it, don't ask how we got it.
Don't worry about it. Just ask if you want it. I think the ship is for someone that is looking for something a bit different, a bit away from the norm. That just wants something that's
fucking
unique.
ugly.
It's quite literally
definitely
called the Shiv.
People who like a rustic aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's a fun ship. But it's also really strong, to be honest. And it's absolutely
Yeah.
a statement.
Sometimes you just can't be bothered.
I'm happy with the 3 ship offerings. They are obviously very combat heavy.
There's something we wouldn't normally release all at once, but honestly, all
Clint,
of them
you
are a
animal.
different statement, and they're all cool.
Number
As
6 of a
always,
double
super
bourbon.
excited to release
Oh my
these ships
god.
into the game, and just see
surprise
how
one?
players react and play with them. It's always fun to see the
God,
quirks
you're
and the
so far
shenanigans that
ahead.
people get up to with them. So that's talking ship for another year.
Okay.
So I've just been informed that we have to do a bit of a timeshare agreement this year. So we have to throw it over to Alexei for Talking Weapons, which is an extremely original name.
Oh yeah, come on, give us some new ship guns. Come on. Come on.
I'm talking about the new edition that come out in October.
Hello, this is FPS Citizen. I am here to tell you about new guns for game.
The weapons.
It's definitely something for the authentic pirate now.
Space pirates.
Gray sells whatever he can sell.
Sometimes he gets his hands on some weapons that come from unknown origins.
He will sell things that no company in their right mind would
Give me a space musket,
These
a
are
smusket.
the most kind of like scrappy
just wait.
and taped together and the most kind of like pyro-ish weapons.
Hello, my friend. I have a lead ball bearing gun for you.
New
Yes.
weapons. Rocket launcher, the LMG, and the long-awaited Space AK.
Space AK.
I think this is the one that not only is the most
I love how
in-demand, but I've
ragtag it is.
politely badgered about the
Yeah.
most. It's a
That's the
fun
whole
rifle that
theme with it.
fires
You'd
energy
have that
and ballistic
weapons in the
in
Shiv
sequence. So your first shot will be your ballistic. Your
and live
second
out a
shot
proper
will be the
pirate
energy.
life.
You'll see on the top of the art there is a bolt that cycles the rounds, and that goes off with the ballistic shot, but it does not go off with the energy shot. And that is just like a really fun way.
This
of
gun fires
making
ballistic
a
and
weapon work
energy.
in kind of like
It
a
is
scrappy,
2 guns in one, yes?
glued
You buy?
together kind of
Very nice gun, yes?
The LMG, this thing
nicks,
is a really
gun kills
fun,
you.
slow firing.
I can't even do it. Gun kills you anyway.
beast.
You can
In
do
the-
the accent.
In Nick's system, gun kill you, yes?
Right now in the verse at the Bearing sniper rifle and decoder.
Honestly, if you even get hit by
Look
one,
at the recoil on this
instantly
hand
want to
cannon.
go back to medical.
Breaking your elbows. You're going to have tennis elbow.
You know
Clinton
what?
said it's not
We
doing
made
it
all
for
these
him.
Really complicated, fancy guns, and some people just want, I want a slow firing rifle. Give me a scrap together box that
Love it.
requires the biggest thing you can possibly find.
We don't have a rocket launcher of this caliber. It will be 3 grenades straight together.
There's no dust in space, Clint. Well, unless you're near an asteroid, then there's fucking loads of
Fire
it.
towards
But,
your enemies.
you know.
The cool part about it will have an arming distance, so you will not be able to just point it towards an enemy.
It's also going to have a lot of spread. So essentially, you're going to have to get very close with your launcher to be able to blow up ships with a single payload in it. You can't actually aim with the apparatus because you've got the tube on your shoulder.
No, I love
So
that.
aim it, you
The guy's literally just going,
tube in your head.
what are we putting it?
So
Oh,
we're
just,
like,
just,
oh,
just fucking take 3 rockets
can't
together, that'll
aim
do.
apparatus for this.
Alright, go on
And
then.
it's like,
Go on.
it's in the spirit of being a tube that you
Oh.
can't use the aiming apparatus and you just kind of
Don't
like,
put loads
right,
in.
I think that's the middle of the screen. I'm going to hit it.
It's in the spirit of being a tube.
Yeah, man, sound.
Are we gonna talk about binoculars? Binoculars are really cool. We don't have anything like this in the verse. and I think it will be
Feeding the
really
ammo through a
convenient
magazine to then run
to
through a
use
revolving
something
cylinder.
that's dedicated to
Look, Dory, mate. It's the rule of cool.
far away
It's the rule of
instead
cool.
using your sniper scope, for example.
Will the binoculars have glint?
I'm not aware of this one. Probably not, because binoculars are not something that you need to be aware of.
It's really funny because obviously, due to Glintgate, as I beautifully internally call it, basically there was a lot of community feedback.
Fucking Glintgate, I remember that on the Reddit.
I really like spotting people. I really like playing a spotter. And essentially I was like, oh, this community wants to be able to spot people from distances. And what can we make gadget-wise that doesn't require new features? And it was like, binoculars. And I prototyped a thing which essentially was just a scope in a hand, and it worked. So we've got some really cool binoculars coming that allow you to spot people from distances.
And how much damage do the binoculars do?
Depends on how you throw them.
Thanks, Alexei and Zach. That's the end of this segment for this year. So that's talking ship and weapons, unless anyone else is going to come and tell me something else. It's been an exciting year, and I think the next year of ships
I might
is
switch
going
back
to
over to
even more
YouTube to be in
exciting
time with
and,
you a bit closer.
expansive than this year.
Fair dinkum. Right, it's cool. It's a gun that fires bullets and lasers.
Well, well, well. That is an eclectic bunch of combat ships for the Verse, and they're all available right now up on the robertsspaceindustries.com store. Also, any minute now, there's going to be a PTU drop that includes all three, so you can fly them now ahead of their release next week when Alpha 432 goes live. 3 combat ships. I wonder if they'll have any additional uses coming up later in the show. That's a hint. All right, what else can I shill? Oh, there's merch. We've got these cool new Levski desk mat things. These are always popular. There's some Levski.
I might have to get one of them desk mats.
And of course,
yeah, I was thinking that.
Or hate them, but you can't avoid them. There's this cool new Wickelow's Emporium T-shirt. Yeah. There's also a page.
Why do I want to wear a Prickolo t-shirt?
Links to offerings from our third-party
Fucking
partners,
Prickolo.
from eye trackers to gaming chairs to voice packs to spaceship models from new partners like Planet Ring and Pigeon Spaceport and more. You can find all of that on the RSI website as well. And what else can I show? Oh, for those of you who are at watch parties, where is it? Challenge coins. Who doesn't love challenge coins? There's these lovely Levski-themed challenge coins if you're attending one of the 9 official watch parties around the world. There's also a digital one of these in the goodies pack, so you check those out. Don't leave today without getting your Levski challenge coin. All right, what else can I shill? Now I'm kind of tired of shilling. All right, let's find out some more about where we are. Simon, can we move?
UI.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, here we go. Pardon me. Excuse me. Hi, how you doing? That was my best angle. Hey, I gotta be careful. Last year I took 3 steps and tore a muscle. All right, so this is the 9th floor of CIG Manchester's Manchester office. That's
That is such a cool office. They've got a fucking Bengal character, Bengal carrier on display.
Croissants, if the weapons team hasn't stolen all of them. Over here, we got some cool mannequins representing different aspects of the game. You got the ever-present, Hurston security armor over here. That's really cool.
God, I'd want to just take that off it and wear it.
Right here. You got this guy from a game that we're not talking about today.
Oh shit, it's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, it's all pretty cool. Then we come over here. Got a nice little recreation area. There's some sim pits over there for people who need to test that kind of stuff. We got this cool Krigeri Bengal carrier. Come over here, shoot it. Go down the.
That is such a cool office.
Very cool. I'm gonna go over here. Can you see me?
Look at
Oh
that.
my god.
Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine when that's flyable in game?
Yeah.
The size of that hangar.
All right. I thought John went to Washington, D.C. Let's see, what else we got? We got Cool Voyager Bar here. This is where we get all kinds of breakfast goodies, coffee, stuff like that. Hey, who remembers the big coffee controversy of 2016, where everybody took to Reddit and pondered the question, do devs deserve coffee? I do. You want to see what next year's big controversy is? Check this out. I'm gonna come over here. Do devs deserve coffee? Welcome to the Stargarita machine.
Fucking Stargarita.
Whoa, my God.
That's amazing.
Do devs deserve frozen deliciousness? I don't know. Go to Reddit and let us know. All right, let's see. Let's go over here. Competition winners. We have the list of competition winners. Can we put that on the screen? Yeah, sorry, competition winners.
Love this shit to remind him.
The CitizenCon winners, the people made the videos, and we gave them a Kruger L21 Wolf. We actually have the names. They're behind me. Look.
Last half hour.
Let's see you, Nathan. Nathan, this could have been you. You could have got that shit with the fin you love if you made a video.
Could have been me. I could have just still been working for the company.
Got food. Do I have food here?
That's true. You could have still been working there. That could have been you in there tonight.
Oh, you guys saved me.
Could have been there engaging in that coffee.
Yeah, that could have been you in there tonight.
What if we just combine them?
Pizza.
Situation here.
Yeah, go on, Jared. You eat that pizza.
That's a CitizenCon
hungry all of a
throwback that
sudden.
you're not familiar with. So I have now crafted my own pizza experience. And that is a terrible segue into our next segment. Gemma, can we...
It's crafting. It's crafting.
Yeah, it is.
The FPS crafting segment while I try to chew this up.
There you go, FPS crafting segment.
I say we've got half an hour left. I'm hoping crafting and a bit of engineering.
He's just literally gone into his head crafting segment.
Yeah, I know. But I'm hoping there's time for engineering update as well.
Star Citizen, at its heart, will always be an enormous.
Mate, this bald guy's going to be star of the show
You
tonight.
can set out to tackle the universe in whatever
Bald
ways
guy is
you
the
want.
one.
But that doesn't mean we can't shape parts of the universe.
He is the
here and
star
there to
of
better
Star
suit
Citizen.
Our needs. That goes for both you and us. Let's start this part of the show with a look at how crafting is going to change everything from resource gathering, refining, and even combat when it comes online in the next few months.
Few
months.
months.
Crafting is going to be.
You can buy the replica Stinger, yeah.
We're going to use it as a kind of a concentrated effort to allow the players to experience the initial UI, the flow of gathering materials that have different quality, and using those to craft items which are better than what they have currently in the game.
The first version is going to be primarily FPS items that you can craft, weapons and armor. For Star Citizen, crafting is our primary progression mechanic.
Nice.
Star Citizen isn't your standard MMO. We don't have levels. We have ships.
He's crafting that in a Selfland
that you create
hangar,
in
by the way, so it
world,
looks like you
perfect,
might be able to have
research, you
modules.
improve,
Hangar.
and those items, those ships, those vehicles, the armor and weapons, that's how you progress in Star Citizen. Crafting isn't just a progression mechanic for creating new items. It's also a fundamental change to how we handle resources in the game. The materials that you collect, how you refine them, quality matters.
Crafting the weapons, you'll be able to have some quality materials to influence the item stats on those weapons.
It'll be somewhat random, potentially weighted on the location of the material. Some will have a higher chance of higher quality. And once you take those materials to your crafting bench, the fabricator, you can use them to craft, and the different attributes will be increased based on the quality of the materials you use. It's not just iron ore anymore, it's iron ore of the quality that you know will get you the stats for the item that you desire. And it's not just mining, it's essentially every resource we can get our hands on.
To support this, we also need major changes to inventory so that all of these new resources that you're collecting, you can see
Here's
what
your
you
UI.
have, you can order it better, you can understand what you have in your inventory.
We won't have the new
Please say 4.4.
refining crafting system yet. We'll be using the existing ones. Those will pass the quality through into the refined materials. which you can then take to your crafting machine and start making your personal items. Once you have your blueprint and your quality materials that you've refined,
Hence the changes to
then
the...
you can put them together on the item fabricator. This will be pretty much what we showed in last year's CitizenCon, with the UI letting you assign your quality resources to different aspects of the item. Once you're happy with what you see on the preview, you'll be able to click to craft, and it'll get queued up, and your result will be produced sometime later. You'll be able to get the new crafting machine from shops in most landing zones. You'll be able to bring it up on your freight elevator and use it in your personal hangar, or tractor beam it around and stick it on a ship if you want to use it from there.
Oh, fucking Stingle looks mint.
That's amazing. So we can now start to have some sort of industry going between an org.
The vast majority of them will be earned through missions, and then you can use that blueprint to craft the item that it is that you've got the blueprint for. So it should be a good reason to go and test all the different...
Oh, you can craft fucking ammo as well.
The advantage of crafting your own items is that they'll be better than anything that you could buy from shops. You'll be able to increase and improve item stats that are relevant to your gameplay. Maybe a gun will shoot faster, maybe it'll do some more damage, or your armor will have greater resistances against environmental effects or incoming
Mate,
fire.
that armor set looks fucking sick.
You might be wondering what about the
A lot of
upgrade
people
and
don't like
research?
it, but I
That
think it's
will be
all right.
coming in a subsequent release. We're happy with this initial scope for crafting.
It's going to be so valuable for us as devs to kind of get the metrics in, get the feedback in, because then we can make the changes that, you know, they only become obvious, so to speak, when you have kind of mass amounts of data and mass amounts of users using it. So I'm very excited to get it out in the wild.
It's our intention to get crafting out on tech preview by the end of the year and get the testing we need so we can release it when it's ready.
Okay.
So that's one way you'll be crafting your own experiences in the Star Citizen universe. But what about us? Where do we get to hone in and craft a bespoke experience here and there, specifically tailored to individual or small group play? Well, that's where instancing comes in. And I'm going to let Benji tell you a little bit more.
Oh.
We're bringing instancing to Star Citizen in 2026.
Oh.
Why are we doing it, and how will it work?
Oh my god.
So if you've played any content in 2025 in Star Citizen, you know that most of these areas were in actual PvP zones where other players could interfere. Instancing is a means to create an environment where designers can create tailored content that's tuned to a specific group size, but it is also protected from outside interference. It's not to say that we don't love PvP. I'm a PvP guy. PvP,
As long as the
bro.
best stuff's not in there.
But like most MMOs, a good balance between a dangerous overworld and a protected...
They should just make it a
instance
toggle.
is needed. Right now, we don't have this ability, and this is something we really need in order to give you a sense of
Make it a toggle where you can have your PvP flag on.
Tailored and balanced to a tunable amount of groups, so the difficulty matches the group size.
If you don't want to play
beginning and
PvP,
an
that's
end.
fine.
It doesn't
but
mean that doesn't
I'm okay
fit
with them
in
making
our
the best gear in the
overworld
game
strategy,
require
meaning
PvP.
Getting to the instance is dangerous.
Yep. 'Cause it
Exiting
should be a
the instance is
trade-off.
dangerous, or can be interfered with others.
Should
But
be
at least
risk
when
and
we're
reward.
Playing the content, we can actually make something that's curated for one experience. So before anybody says
So they're
this is
making
only a
existing
PvE thing,
content
this technology can also be
doable.
applied
Yeah,
to
so
unlock
the worm
curated
will be
PvP
instanced
experiences
and shit like
that
that.
are as seamless as the PvE ones. So it's not about one thing or the other. It's really about unlocking developers' ability to create curated content. So that said, how will it work? Instancing is really an evolution over static to dynamic meshing. We want your instances to be as seamless as your instance hangars, meaning that when you take an elevator, you exit the elevator, you're inside the instance. A gateway opens, you cross that gateway, you're now into your instances. Could be also a quantum jump into an instance that you don't even see. The transition is just like a dynamic mesh transition. And so throughout the universe, we will be able to add these areas that are open or closed instances that allow you to join in either with a party and have a reserved instance for your party, or join in open instances that has a number of slots. And so some of those areas will be completely instanced.
Oh my god, party only instances.
To leverage the compute power of the entire mesh. The closed ones will be really to drive one piece of content. You enter and exit seamlessly, just like we do with your instance hangars currently. Let's go and find out what one of our first instances will be.
Oh shit, they're bringing back Siege of Orison.
This will help overall server health as well.
Did previously, which created
Yes, I never did Siege of Orison.
where the player had to run through and progress through contested islands of Orison. This was a high-paced, high-intensity event, but it struggled a little bit from its technical execution. But now with the introduction of instancing, it gives us an opportunity to evolve it and modify it and make it better for you in a small group to work through that activity.
It is an event that I had the honor of pretty much solely designing and building all of the logic and having the stress of trying to get it working.
Agent Dooley from the CDF puts the call out for volunteers because basically the Ninetales have taken over sort of a cluster of floating platforms in Orison.
And you are there to kill these sort of lieutenants of this terrorist organization and take back control. So in our current thinking, Siege of Orison is designed for about a 15 to 20 people fire team. So you, your friends, or your org will go in, you'll all have sort of dedicated roles. Some of you might be the tank who brings in the heavy weapons and sort of pulls the fire. Some of you might sit at the back and be the sniper and pick people off who are a bit further to make the advance easier. Some of you will be the medic whose sole job is going to be revive and look after the rest of your team and the health of them. And some of you will be the people who push for the objectives to try and get sort of most of the mission done. The event was designed for about 15 to 30 people, but when we released it, we fixed the problem with 2 DGSs on one server that was fighting for resources. And with that, we also upped the player count to 100. So when it first debuted, it was already too full for what it was designed for.
It was a massive operation at the time. I think that bringing it back and giving it a refresher will be a fantastic addition back into the PU.
So imagine if Siege was a instance that you could go in and play solo, or if it was a public event that you could go with your friends, or you could join up with random players on the server. There's lots of ways that we want to take a look at Siege, how we can make it a more approachable piece of content.
I'm excited, to say the least, to bring back Siege of Orison to Star Citizen and to sort of have it be one of the first tests that we have for instancing and really get it back to sort of a core experience point where it should be. So while the next season is quite heavily focused on Nyx, I'm also very happy that we're not really ignoring our other 2 systems of Stanton and Pyro, and we're going back there and we're sort of improving and expanding on the player's life in those 2 systems as well.
They need to bring back the javelin fight now. just I missed that because the game was in such a shit state.
Yeah, I didn't get to do it.
And while things like Genesis, interstellar hauling, crafting, Siege of Orison, and more will reveal next year, will continue to bring life into the existing universe outside of Nyx. There's still one more exciting use for instancing we're building right now. It's an earlier look than normal, and some of it is still in white box, but we're excited to share the first look at a major content release of 2026 and what it means for progression.
Space stations? Space stations? Question mark.
Building interior initiative, you won't discover it by accident, because when it's complete, it will be found deep within the heart of Levski itself. This is the Municipal Works.
Oh wow, is this going to be the new PvP?
Oh.
So inside the facility, you'll find huge vaporization chambers, old processing plants, industrial tunnels. And
look at that untextured geography.
God, I love those
blocks.
blocks.
This is the true history of Levski. This is a place where you won't see Norville, you won't see Night 18 or the other landing zone. It's the pure basis of Levski. You will have, of course, metal and tunnels and more structural plays, but you will also see a lot of rock and cave. So it's not a place you go to take vacation. It's really a place you go to fix stuff.
You must do the maintenance on the Levski,
Do the job that needs to be done. All of your sewage systems have stopped working and everything's going to
Like repair jobs.
My shit has broken. Could you go back into the pipes and fix it?
To go in there, take out the outlaws and get the facility working again.
So let me get this straight. This is literally a mission to fix the toilets of Levski.
It's not just the toilets. You're also trying to turn on the air. Air is a bit more important. It still works in Levski, but you know, they have like maybe polluted air because it's not being cleared properly. It's not just
because all the shit in the air.
Mission.
It's also a little bit more exciting than just going into like some vents. It's like a 3-layered system where there's 3 chapters.
This will be mission-driven and repeatable. Everything from mining to salvage to combat to investigation, a variety of roles. Narratively, it's a real sandbox. Every progression you do will unlock a new area that will link back to previous areas, complexifying the play space.
We've been
I mean, after what they did with
gameplay
ASD,
around landing
this will
zones
be
for a long
amazing.
time.
Yeah.
Now that we have instancing tech coming
They're definitely
online,
getting better with
that
it each
allows
time.
us to do something that provides really cool gameplay close to a landing zone.
With the missions,
They need
that's
something
what
that's
will
got
create
repetitive
different
gameplay,
overlays or
good
change the
repeated.
spaces
I
or
can't even say the
change
word.
progression.
Yeah, it needs to be
But it'll be the
repeatable.
instancing,
Yeah.
which will enable us to create tailored content to you and your group. So you're going to be able to play a part of it, make your progress, and then log off. And then the next time you come online, you'll be able to pick up where you left off.
It's going to allow players to return back to it at different states depending on how much you've progressed and be able to keep it going until you've reached sort of the end of the whole 3 chapters.
Where you're not going to have other people getting in your way. It's you, your team, your party.
It's a way of giving
I
players
don't know how I feel about
content
that.
where they know exactly where they're at and they
About
can
what?
keep going back to it and improving sort of their own
Not coming across other players
progress
at all.
and ability to jump through them faster and faster times as well.
Well, people have been asking
So
for
that's a look
instancing
at
for
how we'll be allowing players and
since the
developers
worm
alike
came out now, and this is going to be one of the
more
things that will
crafted
be lost as part of it. Will be
within
the
greater sandbox.
the running into other
System
players. So
Okay, is that it for me at this point, Jared?
they'll probably realise why
Almost. Throw it back to me.
they
and
shouldn't
I
have
got
asked for
one
it.
more for you after this.
Back to you, Jared.
Come on, show us what engineering and base building's doing. Just any update. The replica replica stingers on the
Excited
store.
about the year ahead. So that's a brief look at some of the ways in which we're allowing you and our developers to craft a more curated Star Citizen experience. Now, at this point in the show, we are in the home stretch.
Is it just
We've got
tonight they're
only
broadcasting,
one
or are
more
they doing it
second-
tomorrow?
One more segment to go.
Don't know.
Before we do
Oh,
that,
come on, Clint.
we
You're
wanted to
telling
check
me
out
that
the
you're
second
not
earlier-
happy that there's going to be
earlier
less
show that we
capital
would,
ships flying
look at
around
what
with
you were
one
saying
person
during
in
the
it.
show. We looked at how to put YouTube comments on the stream, and it was immediately apparent that we were going to lose our broadcast license, so we're not going to do that. We did find some social media stuff on Twitch, though, or not Twitter, X. What is it called now? Let's see what this says. Let's see. We've got.
Oh, check them guys cosplaying as Andy Serkis in a top hat.
I'm out wearing my glasses. Oh no. Oh, time to suit up. Let's go get them, says Ubu. I really should have worn my glasses. Cue the bagpipes. That's the other game, Charlie Oscar. Let's see. Nice to see you live, Jared. Mom? Let's see. First Citizen Con after playing for almost a decade in Austin. Oh, nice. Straight out of Klesher, back to the Hex. Photos from Leicestershire. How do you say it? Is that Leicestershire? Leicester? Leicester? I've only been in the UK for 3.5 years. At San Jose Bar Citizen Watch Party. Oh, somebody created a lovely Vandal mask there. Sean,
I do. You shouldn't be able. You can't sail a galleon on your own.
All right, so that's a few
So
reactions we're seeing
you're not
on
you're not
social media
sailing
right
a,
now.
a capital spaceship on your own, are you?
Before we get to our big finale, or the thing we're going to wrap up the show with today.
Come on, surprise Squadron 42. Come on.
Big Citizen Con versus Digital
You reckon?
Citizen Con versus what we're doing today, which is Citizen Con Direct. Every year, Citizen
I think
Con
they'd be a
is
bit silly not to
task
address
for
it
any
in some
number of
way.
people, whether that's development,
Considering that's part of the reason why
marketing,
people
support
tune into
teams,
CitizenCon.
platform teams.
But then they did say up front they weren't going
make
to
this
talk about
thing
it, so
happen and go off, hopefully without a hitch. And so far, we've been doing all right, other than some stuff in the room here. You know who you are.
No, you're right. It can't do anything over to you, but.
They had to know.
I mean, you can fly them solo,
doing
but you
Citizen Con is not
obviously
always the
the
easiest
downtime's going to be
thing for
much
our
longer because you've got to maintain it all on your own as well.
You might not assume this, but most game developers are not social butterflies. They tend to like to sit quietly in the dark at their computers, like little goblins, and just make digital virtual worlds like this. And then I come in all happy and like, hey, you want to be on video? And they're like, no. And I'm like, it's in your contract. And they're like, oh yeah. So we thought, we usually do it behind the scenes afterwards, but we thought we'd do a little bit of it here. The folks in the editorial department put together a brief montage of some of the more candid moments from the filming of Citizen Gone.
There's a brief difference. Yeah, there is a massive difference between the 1700 Galleon and
How many
Future Speed. Yeah.
Citizens have you performed in this?
Performed? Just the one. Nope, my first
Performed.
One last year.
2.
A few.
8 or 9?
Maybe 9 or 10.
Never.
Man, I don't know, man.
Did you like doing it?
Yes, I was completely terrified.
It was good. Bit stressful.
The first live one, I was a mess.
Weird combination of going from insane highs to insane lows.
Live ones.
Because?
It's over.
The live ones are pretty special.
Pre-samp's always fun, but the live events are special, aren't they?
Remember we were at that weird crack house in
I don't know. I just
Right.
I just think the whole point of having a capital ship is that you've got a crew. If you're flying it
Every
solo,
time I've done
then
it has been a digital one, and I'd like to do one on stage.
I guess go make some friends.
Didn't know if I was going to be sick, if I was going to lose my stomach.
How hard is it to keep your eyes open on stage?
That's another problem with the lights. They're kind of, I'm realizing through this sentence that
yeah, I don't like the idea that it's got a pilot controlled
I am a very
size
shy
10.
individual, so this is me just trying to get out of my shell.
Getting the crowd to react to the ideas that we've been working on for so long.
We can react. Watch. Everybody. Yay!
I can feel your passion from here.
Cut the camera. Counting you down in like 30 seconds. I'm like, do I stand up? Do I sit down? Do I drink? Do I not? Do I talk?
This will be the best one yet. That's right. Because it's nice and short.
Is this all supposed to be usable content? Because I can be different.
Of all your nicknames, why is Moist Master your favorite?
Fucking Moist Master. This is the water guy.
Come on.
We'll give you a new nickname by the end of this.
The Moist Master.
Do
All right,
one.
let's get started. So for those of you watching at home,
No, but you are a massive target, are you? Like, let's be honest, you're on a video game. People see a capital ship, they scan it, you go, oh, it's got one guy on board, let's bully it.
And developers who take the time to appear on these things, whether it's ISE, SCL, CitizenCon, walk on stage, be pre-recorded. It's not the easiest thing for everybody.
And from off camera comes Mark Hamill. Come on, surprise rollout of Mark Hamill. Do it.
Thank you for participating in these things each and every year that we have them. Now, let's wrap things up here.
I don't even remember where I bought this jumper from.
At this point, we've only got one major story left to tell. But before we do that, it wouldn't be. We wanted to do one more check-in on something we started last year. Last year, Rich Tyrer took the stage and presented his roadmap to 1.0. And we didn't want to go an entire year without talking to the senior game director himself
I like his base
to
building.
get his update on that 1 year later. So we're going to throw it to him, and we're going to go to our last segment. And when we come back, we'll say our goodbyes. And if you're at a watch party, it's time to get...
Roll Mark Hamill in. Come on.
Okay, that's not a word I can say on.
Come on, roll in Luke Skywalker.
Back to me. Go to me from 1 week ago. Last year, Senior Game Director Rich Tyrer took to the stage and revealed our plan for 1.0. Now, before we end this year's CitizenCon Direct, we wanted to take a few moments and
Mate, they got fucking wearable helmets there on the back of the wall.
do as we've done today and
Maybe
look at the
dynamic
year
meshing.
ahead. So, Rich, thanks for taking the time to join us.
You're welcome.
All right, so we're going to jump right into it. Everybody knows the only constant in game development is change. So I'm going to ask you outright.
Fucking this guy, this fucking game developer looks familiar.
Unfortunately, nothing. It still remains our North Star. The team is busy working towards that goal. In the
It looks like fucking
the guy.
Christopher Eccleston.
You know the guy.
And
Yeah, I
if
was
you
thinking
haven't
of the
watched or
guy.
started some
It
work
might
on
be
the
this one you're
presentation
saying,
last year,
but
I highly recommend you do so.
Game of
because
Thrones,
everything
the
in it
one
is
that
still
like
relevant
marries the
as of today.
nieces and stuff.
I have not
But
seen
with
Game
no
of
hair.
Thrones, so I have no idea.
Okay.
I want to dig deeper into that.
Ricky Gervais'
We've
dad
done,
in
at
the
this point,
comedy
9
he does.
releases in this year, more than any year prior. How does each one of these?
I don't know.
I've really
not
got to use
just
the toilet.
sit as
I
their
can't
own
hold it.
Moment in time, But
He means he thinks he looks like Argus Filch from Harry Potter.
Framework of one project, how all those complex
You know what, I can see it.
systems tie together. And one of the core aspects of that was
Just make sure it's good Star Wars, Clint. Don't watch any of the new shit ones, although The Mandalorian's
all of
alright
the
until season 3.
locations, mission givers, guilds, and all the different areas of the game.
And
to
Obi-Wan
play.
Kenobi does have
Now,
6
what I
wizard
didn't
fights.
Talk about from last year
He does look like fucking Christopher Eccleston, doesn't he?
framework, add the flesh to the bones, should we say. And I think that's where this year has moved us towards that goal. If you think about previous events of previous years, they've generally been locations that we've put into the verse, but they've been transient. We've taken them away, like Siege of Orison or Zenithreat. We've added them to game, and then they've been moved away. And I think with the addition of the patches this year, when you look at the Hathor facilities, Onyx facility, these are permanent additions to the world that not only have their own story, as when we release them with the patches, but they'll also become points of interest and areas that the larger 1.0 narrative
Not much yet.
utilize.
Since we're on story, I'm going to stay.
You're talking about
since we launched
permanent
it back in 2015.
additions.
It's always been this sandbox where players can do what they want. They can bring their own.
Mando
story
season 2 was
into the
okay.
verse, and
What have I
that'll
missed?
never change.
3 was shite.
How important is it that we also
You've not missed anything, to be
build
honest.
this concurrent narrative of our own, this crafted experience, if you will, alongside that?
Well, we're trying to create a living, breathing universe. And that includes both
There's his base
player
building.
stories that you mentioned that they can go and enjoy and create their own memories together. But it
Hey,
also means that we want to
I also love my Swizzardry.
We want
But Disney are doing a shit
areas
job
and
at
locations
giving me
that
Space
feel
Wizards,
like
so
they're
that's why I
believable
just,
and real-life
you know, get my Swizzard fix from 40k now.
Throughout this year and the patches that we've worked towards, we've had an overarching story that's moved from patch to patch, and we're going through some of those cycles right now. We've also been introducing mission content that has fully voiced dialogue and facial animation, which allows us to inject some of the meaning.
Season
the
3
why
was
to
too
what we're
short.
doing as a player.
It was missing half a
The
season.
story is integral to Star Citizen as a connective tissue.
Also, the fact that you had to watch the Book of Boba Fett to know when Grogu came back, which is bollocks.
Takes players on that journey.
But season 3 goes from being like, oh yeah, whatever, yeah. Oh, and now Mandalore. And it's like, what?
I think people are really responding.
You just skipped like
Everybody
6
knows,
episodes worth of
just
context.
that this year we changed a whole lot about how we operated and how we release things. How do you think that's gone?
Out of nowhere. Yeah, we're gonna go retake Mandalore.
I think if
All right, what was the build-up?
I've always been pushing this year at the beginning of January was patch always goes. And I think this year has seen a different development strategy for how we've been moving the game forward. That's where this different strategy has
Also,
allowed
Jack Black
us
and Lizzo.
to
What the fuck was
really
that?
take a wider approach. And we also have to remember that
Not even Emmett Brown
Star
could fix
Citizen
that
is played
episode.
by tens of thousands of players every day. And while we have lofty future goals, we still have to make decisions right now that make the game fun for the people that are playing it all the time, playing it as their daily game. If you look at previous years, we've had to hold.
All right, what was the build-up?
We've had to make concessions, mainly due to around a feature may not have been ready or right to go into there.
Cargo elevators.
Exactly. I don't think that's good.
Cargo elevators.
Yeah, could be that as
I
well.
think it's better to have regular.
I'm really
cadence of
not. I
drop.
don't know where
One
this is
good
going.
Example is this year for A Line of Mine. People probably don't know, but A Line of Mine, when you turned on the laser, it was actually supposed to reveal the Sandworm Valakar. And I played it, and it didn't hit the quality that I wanted to go into the game. So we changed, and I took it out, and I made that decision alongside Chris and Erin, and we've held that back, and we're going to work on that towards a future patch. But I think definitely the more regular cadences has had the multiple benefits, and like I said, I want to dispel a myth right here, right now. Like, features are still being worked on quite heavily in the background, from radar and scanning in FPS, the new quantum, to inventory, engineering and crafting, and all of those features are going to be coming very, very soon for players to get their hands on. And, you know, I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to sit here and say that if I was to go back to the start of the year, I would hope that we would have released more features. But I also think every decision we've made this year has been through the lens of making the live experience as stable and as good as possible.
Absolutely. All right, so that's a bit about the year before. And the year before has been, I've said this before, I've said it internally, I've said it out there, I'm gonna say it right now again on camera. I think this has been the best year of Star Citizen ever. And I'm willing to
absolutely
look right into the camera and say that. The player numbers are up, engagement numbers are up, the length of the play sessions are up, bug numbers are down, 30K is gone. It's been a solid year. But CitizenCon isn't...
Fucking fat god, 30K is dead. Bane of my existence, that bastard bug.
Talked about this more diegetic.
I would like to be able to log out with
voice lines and stuff
multiple
like this.
people though.
But where do we go from here? Obviously that continues, but what more are we going to do to make this universe seem alive and real and breathing?
I think the biggest thing is to start having that conversation be two-way. So if you think about this year, like you mentioned, we've been having fully voiced NPCs, but a lot of those missions and those NPCs, they're talking to you, they're talking at you. Right. You don't get to talk back to them. Now, obviously, you get to interact with them through your actions. You get to go and do their mission, and you get.
Oh shit! Is he going to add a dialogue tree?
To you again. But
oh my god!
We're missing that conversation wheel.
Exactly. The next part would be physical mission givers. That's something that we're going to be working towards very soon.
They're going to bring back physical mission givers.
The first one coming back in the verse, and just to be clear, we will be bringing all the mission givers eventually back, and we want them to be an integral part of the verse and the story that players go and enjoy. We want the locations to be brought to life, and as we mentioned,
I do want physical mission givers again. The contract thing's nice, but for the real heavy-hitting like payers,
end goal is towards.
It should be like physical mission givers that are like dedicated to certain areas.
What we're going to be pushing towards.
Yeah, you go there and actually retrieve
every
it.
Decision we make is through the lens of moving us closer to 1.0. It might sometimes be difficult to see why those decisions have been made at the time they've been made, but rest assured that Star Citizen 1.0 is still our North Star. That's what we're still aiming towards, and that's what we're going to be moving forward with every patch next year as well.
And remembering when mission givers were first introduced, they sometimes became a bottleneck. Is there a role in instancing, which we learned about earlier today? Is there a role for instancing in that, in helping with mission givers?
Yes, partially. It will be one mechanism that will allow us to have players go to their own individual area of the verse, have that conversation, and then go and continue on into the open world environment. So I think that's where, when we look at instancing provides us one tool that allows us to remove that bottleneck and provide a more seamless experience.
Yes.
It would definitely help server performance having more instancing.
Yes and no.
Reconcile instancing with the persistent universe. Like, for the last 10 years...
An instance is just another server, isn't it? So it depends on how many instances are being spun up and spun down.
And play together.
Yeah, but you would be directing traffic to that, which would leave the main servers, especially the open world elements, hopefully a lot less cluttered.
And say that's antithetical.
Making the game more expensive to run, though.
But you mentioned
it does,
last year these 3 pillars.
But this game will be a subscription-based game when it launches. We all know that.
You said nothing changed, but I want to ask you about.
It has to be. There's no other way it'll survive.
What are those 3 pillars again?
There isn't.
And how does instancing fit within the greater design of Star Citizen?
So the 3 pillars I mentioned last year were open world. That's just like the missions you love today. You can go and play, there's other players there, and you can go and enjoy that together. Then we have instancing, which I'll talk about more, but similar to Municipal Works that we've talked about previously. And then the 3rd pillar was dynamic content, which would be content that's generated by the activities of the players. And I think it's very easy to become myopic around one specific thing when we're talking about it a lot, when it's the next stage of our development. And I think you could reverse it. If we'd have made a game that was all instance, and then I'd come on camera and said, hey guys, we're going to start doing it open world, it would be like, oh, is the game changing? Are we doing open world now? Is open world the new North Star that's going to take us this way? And it's not. It's just one more tool that's going to allow us to offer different and dynamic experiences for players to go and engage in.
I think the term he's looking for is open universe.
Instancing isn't always what you'd imagine as a solo instance experience where it's only just you. We're going to have several different versions of instances. Some are going to be closed instances, which will be like the new player experience. We'll be able for you to go in by yourself, for us to teach you the ropes in a safe environment so that you can understand how to play the complex game that we've made. But we'll also have open instances like a cantina or a bar where we might say, hey, we only want 50 people to come in here because we've got mission givers and we've got other NPCs for you to talk to, and you would just walk in and it would be seamless. You wouldn't know that there was an instance, it's not going to get a loading screen, you would just seamlessly walk into that location, it would be full of other players and NPCs, and you can go and enjoy the content. And that's, I think, something that instancing is going to provide us. It's going to give us a tool to offer different dynamic content, or curated content, as I'd say. It allows us to create experiences that are different to the open world experiences that we've already made. And it's not to say that we won't continue our open world development or only do instance content. It's going to be a mix. And like I said, this is one of the pillars that will move us towards 1.0. We will eventually work on dynamic content that will move us towards 1.0. And all three of those pillars will interweave to create the full Star Citizen experience.
All right, so we've hit a lot of the bigger topics, the feature work, engineering, and FPS crafting coming to tech preview soon, stuff like this. We've talked about instancing and how that's going to work within the universe. But I want to ask you this one last big one. It's very easy to say Star Citizen is this kind of game and that kind of game.
And rolling Mark Hamill.
End our days making it no better. It's an everything game. It's everything we can.
I'll eat my.
It just is. But at the core of this is still spaceships. That life of spaceships. What more can you tell us about spaceship gameplay in the future? What can you give us? What can you tee up for us to look forward to for those of us who are really into Star Citizen for the spaceships?
Our intentions going forward are to make sure that every ship or ship archetype that you acquire has a role and has content that you can go and enjoy in the universe. For example, right now I know that we're working on more robust mining missions, more robust salvage missions. We're going to be working on refueling missions. And we want to make sure that each and every one of the ship has a purpose and has a reason to exist in the game. That's from the smallest Argo MPUV, as well as ground vehicles, all the way up to the large capital ships. We want to give them purpose, and I think it's something that we are absolutely aware of. We want to make sure that we're building that spectrum of content to allow players to go and engage in. And I think 2026 is going to be a very good year for Star Citizen, and I think there's going to be something that's very interesting and something that a lot of people have been waiting for. But rather than me spoil it, I'll let Ian and the team go into the details on that.
Come on, let's have a look.
Ian, take it away.
Yes.
Give us a banger of an exit.
Come on. Come on. Fucking crescendo.
Yeah.
So the persistent universe has existed for...
Oh, it's the star of Star Citizen again.
Time. We've created lots of gameplay systems.
From one bald man to another.
Hundreds of locations. We've added lots
That's
of
where his hair went.
activities,
He's just too powerful for hair.
Cargo, mining,
Wish that was my
salvaging.
excuse.
But for combat ships, the only thing you've been able to do is fight other combat ships. In 2026, this changes. We're going to be delivering a spaceship-focused activity space which incentivizes the use of different gameplay roles. These are going to be scenarios where you're going to have to plan and strategize and create operational tactics to overcome your objective. So what you're going to see is very early. It's early in the pipeline process, and it's going to come online about mid next year. But
Well, it's
we're
gonna be
really
like a
excited about the
Arena
content
Commander
program.
add-on or
So
something.
we want to share with you a super early look at what we're building in a space we're calling Tactical Strike Groups.
Okay.
Well, hello, sailor. Oh, the quantum hop.
Are still trying to get to the bottom of what this new faction is really doing in the Nyx system.
They've sent a capital ship.
I'm surprised they didn't show that.
And run into more than they can take care of themselves.
Unfortunately, that team came under attack and members of their groups were taken hostage. Now they've reached out to Intersect, who've reached out to you to help recover the pilot. Of course, it's unwise to do this alone, so you'll need to put a team together to attack the station.
Another instanced event.
When you arrive,
Yes,
you
the
will
fucking
have
shark
this
teeth on it.
asteroid,
Whoa.
kind of broken asteroid, and on this you will have this space where you will find 3 big arms. You will see at the middle, you will have this big energy core. Everything here has a purpose. It's not just
Maybe
for the
PvP?
show, just something nice to see.
You'll see a People's Alliance-owned Idris that's just on the outside, and it's going to be getting harassed by this unknown faction that you have met before.
So your first objective here is to clear out the ships. There'll be waves of these ships, so this is where you want your light or your medium or your heavy fighters, whichever playstyle you prefer.
Oh my god,
So,
yes.
while one part
It's a
of the
multi-stage
is full of
fucking
fighters,
spaceship battle.
now it's time to
Yeah.
actually assault the station.
Is it going to be in the game or as an arena commander mode?
No, it'll be in the PU.
This station
Okay.
has been outfitted to resist all of
They said that you're gonna have
the
to
You say it's
assemble.
PvP.
You're gonna have to assemble like a full-on like
Capital ship killing turrets.
basically
These
squadron.
turrets ignore small fighters,
Yeah.
and they have the firepower to destroy even the biggest capital ships.
Your Polaris,
Holy shit!
it will get shredded.
I want
The
to strap
idea
that
of
onto
these
another
is
ship.
So we can sort of make it so we can.
That's to stop capital
combat,
cheesing.
not
I
everyone
like
can just
that.
Bring the biggest ship and win just because they.
I like that. That's cool. No
That's
more
good.
capital cheesing.
Well fought.
You have to send out your best pilots to navigate the superstructure and take down anything that may damage your bigger ships. So at this point, you're thinking.
So you'll need to send your fighters to disable the anti-capital turrets.
It's not that easy.
I'm guessing you'll then dock
This
your big
turret
ship once it's
has
safe to.
shields that you've never seen before. It won't take any kind of damage. Your missiles won't do anything. Your lasers won't do anything. Your ballistics won't do anything to them. But like everything, they do have a weakness. You have to cut the power to their shields. To do that, that actually brings you to your first objective, the power relays.
Oh my god, is it a fucking Death Star trench run?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Oh my god, is it a fucking Death Star trench run in Star Citizen? I'm all for this.
And you have to destroy them.
Mate.
But it may not be as easy as it seems.
Why didn't Mark Hamill present this?
Power relays have their own shields that are resistant.
They're gonna finish it with him
We know
turning off his
how to
targeting
select
computer.
using laser repeaters,
I
but
wonder
so do
if they
these
will.
guys.
Capital ship can't get close enough because of the turrets.
So ships with explosive or ballistic ordnance will be needed here. That's torpedo ships like your Retaliator or
Hence the
Gladiator,
work to ballistic
or
weapons.
even another fighter with ballistics loadout. That's going to take you a while.
Oh my god.
This is crazy.
Yes. Actual fleet combat mechanics.
And this is where things get
I've been asking for this for
Now it's time
ages.
for you to fly your ship inside the station.
Yeah. You, in your ship, fly into the superstructure of this station.
How cool is that? I feel
Yep,
like this is
it's a trench run. It's a trench run.
We're just going to call it what it is. It's a trench run.
Yes! Yes!
You
Yes!
confirmed
Yes! It's a trench run.
So as you enter the structure, you'll see.
Oh my god, I'm getting fucking Rogue Squadron vibes from the GameCube.
There's 3 arms.
This
to
is
the
pretty
station
cool.
that have
Oh,
these
wow,
trenches.
look
You'll
at
fly
this.
into one, and then there'll be a core in the center, and then you'll. loop
Oh my,
another trench.
oh my fucking god, it's a
You
trench
can
run.
do it
That is
multiple
cool.
times, or you need to bring friends.
At this point, the core is still protected, so these are essentially strafing runs.
There are objects to avoid. You're going to have to be able to dodge. You're going to have to move quickly. You need an agile ship.
I can only get so hard. Stop it.
I can't wait for us to be like, yes, hit that one, Rogue Leader.
Oh, distortion.
Hit that one, Gold Leader.
Yeah, we'll assign Gold Leader and Red Leader.
Exposes the core to overheat, which means that you can
We have to
attack
buy
it
the
from
helmets
the inside
to
and
use on
also
stream.
from exhaust
Yes,
on the outside
yes.
of the station.
Who's gonna sit at the back in the capital ship though? Like,
Armored and just takes a whole lot of damage.
Who's gonna want to?
I mean, I'll happily
How
sit
many
back in the
ships
Polaris,
have
like, but
And what a miss out on that. Nah.
Once the power core goes down, the turrets come down, and then the capital ships can get closer.
Clint said he'll be the
Why is that
captain, ship
important?
captain.
Because during all of this, you spend a lot
Oh, well, there we
of
go.
in
Sold.
munitions and ballistics, and you're going to want to top up.
This is where we're gonna get our new feature in. Ship
Yeah.
hangar, refueling, and rearming.
Oh.
You're gonna be able to...
Oh my god, capital ship rearming!
I want an Idris. I want an Idris.
Right, I need to melt my whole account and get an Idris next time.
It's specifically for ships like the Idris and the Polaris and other ships.
And
that are
Polaris.
designed
Your Polaris
to
will do it.
Have other ships land.
Yeah, but the Polaris can only fit one fighter.
Of course, it'll be more than just
Yep.
those two ships, and you'll find out more once we get closer to release.
Technically
But this is
speaking,
a
it
really
can
important
only,
feature that
but
we're really
we've
excited
fit
about.
4 ships on it before.
If you're not bringing your own Idris, the People's Alliance
True.
has an Idris there that
True.
can provide
Finally,
a safe port in a storm,
refueling.
allow you to set back up and head back out.
And it's a good thing that you've
Oh
rearmed
my
your fleet
God.
too, because now another group of ships is coming to attack the People's Alliance Idris.
Wait.
And we need to defend the Idris that's already there. Oh, yes.
That's going to be, this is going to be
So while the
awesome.
fighters are protecting the Idris, what's happening at the station? Well, that's where the dropships come in.
Oh my
All
god,
you
drop
gotta do is
ships.
Oh my
get a
God.
fire team in. You've got to land.
Oh my god, yes, you've got a ground team.
Yes, enemies
Yes!
belong to this
You've got
unknown
you've got a
faction,
fucking
and you've got to
space battle happening while you've got a ground team going in.
allow you to release captives.
We
from
need,
the
we
station.
need to find a bigger one.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Or build one.
After you've opened the door,
We fired or
that
build,
person's
but we
taken
gotta
off,
do
you've
it
just got to make sure
soon.
they get to safety.
Yes. I'm all for
Maximum effort.
This is a combination of
So at this
fucking
point,
everything that
of
we
this
all
sounds
love.
Pretty simple, but there's an additional complication.
Ace Combat, and we can all do it all together.
Yes, I mean, I've played Ace Combat since I was a kid. You give me a trench run, it's cool. It satisfies my Ace Combat fly under bridges and through tunnels like need.
Vandal attacks.
Come in and wreak havoc on everything.
Oh,
Vandal.
Between you and the station.
This is
they're out
epic.
for blood.
I wasn't sure at first. Now I'm like, oh my god.
When you alert the Vandal by
A fucking fleet of Andy Serkis is flying in.
now vulnerable, you're on a time limit. Vandal are coming. They're gonna come hard. they're
Fucking
gonna
Andy
come
Serkis is like,
in a hell of a fight.
they're precious.
Oh, that was a javelin, wasn't it?
No, that was a Vandal ship. Is that a king ship?
Oh my god.
God, it does look like one.
The boss.
Fuck off.
The boss.
No.
Oh my
No.
god, they've left it there.
It is.
Tactical strike groups. I'm personally so invested in this. So throughout 2025, we created a variety of content. Some of it was very focused on FPS combat. So personally, driving a more vehicle-based experience.
Yeah,
is
that's a
very
good choice, to be honest.
This is
As much
a
as I wish it had more
defining step
PvP, it's good that
I
it's
want to do in
flight-based.
2026. We're a spaceship game. There are prized possessions. To the objects we fall in love with. This is the content we want to create, which creates scenarios and roles for you to use those spaceships. We won't get to all roles initially, but we should see this as a landmark, a position where we can see a gameplay space which incentivizes the use of different ships and scenarios to clear objectives and complete missions in a variety of roles. And in the future, we can use this to expand on. So I hope you're all just as excited as I am for tactical strike groups. They're gonna be fantastic.
Coming when? 4.4? 4.4?
No, because Nyx has got to be available.
Yeah. That was a good event, considering it's only 2 hours.
Oh, 2 hours and 15.
Yeah, true. No, come on, give us more.
Come on, encore, encore, encore.
I'm bummed nothing on
Why do
engineering
you
was
still
shown,
have the puppet?
or any info on base building.
John, come home.
But I guess
I
once the
don't care,
crafting's in,
don't
they'll
care
work
about
on it.
base building when you've got
It's been a
shit
long
like
road.
that.
For the last 10 years the PU's been around, we've done lots to build stuff for mining ships and for salvage ships, and as Rich said, we're currently building out even more for those, and our first refueling missions coming online in 2026. But combat missions, Oh, hi. Aaron Roberts. Aaron Roberts.
Big Aaron.
But finally having enough of the foundation in place that we can begin to build real spaceship operations, hesitation, in any
I am unbelievably hyped
really
from
exciting
that.
for me, and that's why we're ending the show this year.
That's why I bought a capital ship.
So yeah, that's been CitizenCon Direct. Thank you for taking the time to share this with us. Again, this is just a glimpse at some of what's coming in 2026. I've seen the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat like, oh, you're spoiling everything. I promise, we ain't. So before we let you go, that's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as with every CitizenCon, the last word shouldn't be mine. It should belong to our founders and CEO. So take it away, Chris Roberts.
That light really makes him look grey.
I hope you enjoyed this concept
here he
of
is.
some of what the team has
Lord Roberts. Oh, Lord Roberts.
We're not going to spoil everything that's
I'll
currently
save
in
you.
progress, and many features we haven't discussed today are in active development, like base building, social, and trade tools that are very much a priority. These, along with bringing the final polished features from Squadron 42 into the persistent universe, will make next year the most exciting yet for Star Citizen. Finally, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to everyone at CIG for working so tirelessly and with so much passion to deliver something that is already special and will only get more so as we continue. And of course, to all of you for making all this possible with your support and feedback. We couldn't do
And
this
your
without
money.
all of you, something that I and the team appreciate every day. We are very lucky to be allowed the time and the money to build the game of all of our dreams, something that is only more apparent as the video game business becomes more monolithic. We are one of the few large independents left standing, and there is no way we would be allowed to dream as big as we are on an original game and take the time to achieve that dream if we were part or funded by any of the few remaining mega game companies. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all in the verse this coming year.
I bet he's having an 890 jump yacht built in real life for the seas.
Lord Roberts, you have my wallet.
My wallet is ready.
I can see you writing out checks right now, Liam.
First thing I'll do is check the store.
Yeah, exactly. They're giving me a trench run. You can take two of my wallets.
Yeah, okay.
Die for that, look, man.
What was your highlights?
The fucking trench run. That's that combination of FPS and utilizing the different ships of what they're meant to be for. So using drop ships to drop men into the fucking into the battlefield, whilst also utilizing your fighters to defend your capital ship, as well as having your capital ship's presence there to also to refuel your little fighters. All of that.
Yeah.
Highlight that.
Yeah,
thing there,
that's why you buy this game.
That thing.
That's why you buy this game.
And also the 4K dirt and the 4K grass.
It was definitely the grass that won me over.
I think the biggest for me, just
Yeah.
because that impacts everywhere you go.
Seeing
especially eventually, but
seeing the Moist Master
I
talk
thought
about
that last event was pretty good.
yes, seeing the Moist Master talk about Genesis.
I don't think you're
Hope
going to
I've
be
done
able to
my,
do that.
push tank.
Unless your organization is big enough, I think you're going to have to. It's going to be like a PVE event. So
Yeah, you'll get multiple orgs grouping up to do it.
Yeah. I
Like-
think in a way that, like, I don't know how you can't really even you can't equivalent it to any other MMO. The way like a raid in WoW works, if you've not got all fucking 20 people to fill all the roles, like you're gonna need some drop ship. So you're gonna have to fucking search for that. You're gonna have to search for people who have got fighter ships. So I like this idea of instant and them kind of missions. I really do like that.
Dude, I am all for that.
So yeah, I don't know if any of you are in the PTU, but as of in the next hour, I guess.
I mean,
the
aren't
Paladin, those
all
ships will
whales in
be-
it?
Yeah, well, I definitely play it, but it seems the Paladin would be in it as well.
I probably
so-
won't bother playing the PTU because I can't be arsed with it. But
fair enough.
I mean, I'm not gonna try the Shiv anyway. It's a fucking dog ugly ship, and it is an affront to my eyeballs.
It's a bastardized cutlass, and I
yeah.
don't like it.
Yeah, exactly, because it's like 3 ships duct taped together. But
The concept's cool though because the art.
no,
they
it's
are like,
a cool idea. Like it's quite literally like it's
it's been cobbled
like
together.
somebody from Moss Eisley or fucking Tatooine fucking built it. I like that concept.
Yeah. It's proper cobbled.